and order mayo on that meatball sandwich.
Dude, isn't that nasty?
It has to like just turn into oil like immediately. There's no way it doesn't.
I hate mayo. I hate mayo.
Like, would you put mayo in like spaghetti with meatballs?
I put mayo in nothing because I hate it.
I'll never understand it. And
how about mayo and mayo?
Believe it or not, that was the norm. Like the amount of times I made a meatball sandwich that was quote unquote like the way it was supposed to be, and I'm not just saying that because of me. I'm saying that because of Subway. The way it was supposed to be was like 1 out of 10. At least half of them wanted mayo on it.
I mean, to be fair to that person though, a lot of people see mayo as just like, you know, a sandwich is something made of bread and mayo and stuff in it.
Have they never had a meatball sandwich before though? Like where else would you ever get mayo on it? Nowhere.
Again,
unless you ask for it, I guess. But.
Meat and pasta. Well, first off, the spaghetti, like the sauce in general, like where else do you have a dish that has the sauce and mayo? I can't think of a single example.
Yeah, and like
that's a wild combo.
And depending on where you got your meatball sandwich from Subway, fun fact, you're supposed to just use the meatballs and the sauce and you microwave it forever. Bless you.
Bless you.
By the way, nothing's really made there, but that's any restaurant. Wow. But people would add water to that sauce to like make it more watered down. So it'd be nasty at some stores anyway.
Like once you get to the bottom, it's like I'm not refilling that.
Yeah, it's like I'm gonna pour some water in it. I'm like, ew, what the fuck? Who waters down his? I guess a lot of people. But then again,
didn't pay him enough. Should have paid him more.
I know people in my real life who will water down pasta sauce like at their home. So I guess this is a normal thing.
Oh no, who
does that?
I have literally never once in my entire life eaten any sort of pasta and been like, this sauce is too thick.
You sound like Goldilocks.
Unless it's like literally like almost like sloppy Joe consistency, but you would have had to have that cookie down for a long time.
Yeah. Because I've been to people's houses like when they're making some sort of pasta, and then like usually what they'll do is like, you know, like they'll get a bottle of like, I don't know, whatever the fuck sauce. Ragu. Yeah, I'll just say ragu because that's the one that comes off my head. And they'll pour that in. Then they'll fill it with like half of water and then put the water in. And I'm like, what are you doing? Like, it's funny because when I make pasta, I typically thicken the sauce. Like, I'll put in tomato paste to make it more tomato-y. So I find it funny that there's literally the dichotomy there. Most people I know, I'm not saying, do you guys do that? I don't know if you guys do that. Most people I know water their sauce.
So here's the thing. It makes sense if you have if you're adding ingredients and you're having it cook for a while, because that way the water makes it so the entire sauce doesn't get like caked in and burnt to the bottom of the pan. But even then, at the end of it, you still cook it down. I mean, the goal is to not have it watery. The water is just there so it can cook longer and the flavors can like kind of mesh for a longer time.
Yeah, and I'm not talking about if you make your own sauce, maybe water is needed, but I don't think that's even a part of making your own sauce. It's typically if you have fresh tomatoes, even if you get diced tomatoes in a can or a jar, there's already tomato water in there, so you wouldn't really want to add more, and you might add oil instead or something. But I guess I can get that. But if you're fucking raguing it up, don't fucking put water in that. First of all, that sauce is kind of, in my opinion, almost flavorless anyway. And then you're gonna water it down.
Red sauce is flavor. Like Prego is flavorless to you.
Yeah,
compared to like just straight tomato sauce.
Yeah, like don't you think?
No. Well, I can understand.
Both of them are very flavorful to me.
Well, honestly, like if you try like just straight tomato sauce out of a can versus like spaghetti, it's a big difference.
Callie, are you the type of white person who has like I go to your spice cabinet, and I say this to someone who's like spice, by the way, so you could attack me on this too. But when you go to your spice cabinet, all there is salt, pepper, and seasoning salt.
You asked me this last week.
I have,
and I told you that I have a full spice cabinet. Actually, my parents had 4 drawers full of spices.
Oh, look at you! Like I forgot you were rich.
Organized, like on like a cabinet thing, or was it they all just like mixed in and it was hard to find anything?
It was kind of hard to find things, but think like those little
Lazy Susan-y thingies.
No. There's literally a drawer. So like they had the containers on their sides.
Okay, that makes sense.
I was gonna say, like, how the fuck do you see, like, what
it's just a bunch of like lids. It's like pull each one out, like forever.
Yeah.
I don't have most of my spices or seasonings here, but if I was like at my normal setup, like I have most of the ones I use normally actually right next to my soundboard mixing board, because like well, those are just like things to throw into things, not like cooking ones. No, it's like so I can add it if I'm eating something.
With your soundboard.
To be fair,
soundboard utensil, I'm missing something here.
I mean, I eat in front of the computer all the time.
That computer is a mess.
As a matter of fact, I think I eat every meal I eat at home in front of my computer.
I do these days, yeah.
Oh yeah.
I have to wash my desk mat quite frequently.
No, I was saying earlier, as this shows up, oh shit, it won't show up. But like my iPad's really disgusting because I think I spilled food on it.
No.
I know I spilled food on it, but I wiped it down without cleaning the screen.
Yeah, we can't see shit.
Yeah. By the way, it's showing the stream. It's showing the stream
Manuel.
anyway. It's showing the stream anyway.
Oh,
but yeah. TLD. Anyways, Drink Talk Learn, guys. This is the show where we have a presentation and then we all present. We all get fucked. We don't get fucked up. We drink during it. 3-minute mark timer.
Oh, I thought you were literally just gonna say we all get fucked.
That's what I thought he was gonna say.
We all get fucked by life too. Like
right constantly. It is never ending.
Right in the weenus. But what was I saying? So we all 3-minute mark. The timer Sean tells us to take his drink, and then we drink every minute thereafter.
Yeah, I should probably open timer Sean.
It's verbal obstacle.
You do have. What are you talking about?
It's verbal obstacle course to see if you can get.
I'm having the same problem I did last week. Okay, let's see if I have this problem.
Are you gonna be the one you're gonna be like, cheers? Like
maybe.
It's a verbal obstacle course to see if we can derail each other during the presentation, so that the presentation takes longer, and then they inevitably have to drink more as a result.
Yep, and because we use this new system now, we have a 4-hour time limit. Yep. So each presentation pretty much has a 30-minute cap, unless like we're just gonna allow it, and that's on a case-by-case basis, literally case by case.
30-minute cap.
Also, if you're watching at home,
well,
if you're underage, first off, you shouldn't be watching this. That's number one. Second off, do not fucking drink. Third off, if you do drink, if you are of age, do it responsibly. Any stupid shit you do is not our fault. Period.
Well, when you think about it, a 30-minute
When I was a kid, my parents used to pressure me to drink.
Also,
I mean, my family used to pressure me to drink all the time when I was younger too.
Yeah,
that's a good family.
Just alcoholic family things.
Painful laughter. I'm crying on the inside.
What?
Like you answer that. Like Warren's like, don't cry.
Warren not even paying attention.
I know. Warren, hold me.
Okay, sure. Why not? I love it.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Oh, we're gonna spoon after this.
DT Yowie.
Spoon time. Let's go.
DT Yowie.
DTBL. How about that?
DTBL. Right, that's a good one. That's the next stream we're gonna do. DTBL, where we all just we all just get really, really blue.
I'm out.
People even say that anymore. When I was younger,
what? I don't even know what you just said.
When I was younger, saying something is blue meant that it was getting very adult.
Oh,
I've never heard that in my life.
Only ever heard that in the terms of comedy.
Well,
like blue comedy is like
it's for anything. Adult. Like if oh, this show is getting kind of blue, or like or that's
I've
just
only ever heard it in terms of.
I've never. The hilarious thing is I've never heard it in terms of comedy, but it makes sense. Blue
color comedy, but that's something completely different.
No. I mean, you can say usually how it's used is if you're talking about a comedian and they're like, yeah, but they're kind of blue, which means that like they're just very off the walls risque.
I wonder if maybe I did hear that at some point, like in the 90s or something, but like I didn't pick up on a lot.
I mean, I was hearing this in the 2000s. I mean, to be fair, I've always kind of consumed alternative comedy, so maybe that's why. I don't know.
See, that's the comedy I was, so maybe it was just normal.
Apparently, the fifth definition to blue in Urban Dictionary is the first boy to make you fall in love, the first boy to ever make you cry.
What
Those blue eyes that know little girls.
I hate Urban Dictionary.
Whoever
it's insane. The fact that it has no kind of moderation and shit.
Blue was actually my first handle. Like,
by the way,
when I
the
was, like,
definition I'm talking
12
about
and on AOL.
is not even on here. I got the Monday. Oh, blues. Okay, blues. Okay, well, that kind of
I
blues.
can't find Timer-chan.
She's everywhere.
Yeah. That.
I don't know where I put her. Oh, I found it.
Woo!
Woo!
I put too much work into
Ric
this
Flair noises.
presentation. I hope that we...
and a suplex.
Have you ever?
I never been there.
Have you ever watched an old Ric Flair promo? I mentioned this before, but I like to do it for fun when I want to laugh. Like there's compilations of Ric Flair woos like on YouTube, and it's funny to watch them. Like woo!
Is that the guy I put in my that I used the GIF for?
Yeah, it's the old
I had
wrestler
no
with like the
idea
white hair.
who that was.
You guys know where to watch all the Olympic sports that aren't the main ones that NBC is covering?
Listen,
what's going on in the chat? So I really close the chat.
Listen, the only important
hey, Fun Gum, what's up?
What's up, Fun Gum?
Did y'all hear what they played
back.
at the fucking opening ceremonies?
I don't.
have
A
not
lot of
watched it, but I
anime
do wanna
songs.
They did. They
Their families
played,
stopped. Only time.
Kingdom Hearts, the Olympus theme. They played the Olympus theme.
Did they play the Final
Fucking
Fantasy theme?
immaculate.
Yeah, they played the do do
They also played. They played. What was it? Starlight Zone from Sonic. Guess
Did
what?
they really?
No Mario songs though.
Well, because
Fuck Mario.
wait, didn't Nintendo show up when they announced the Olympics were going to be there like ages ago? Like, because they announced the Olympics were going to be in Tokyo like 10 years ago or something like that. Wasn't Mario all over that? So I find it funny they wouldn't play any Mario music.
I was wondering if maybe it was like a branding thing because Nintendo's so like really fucking protective.
Well,
of the
Nintendo,
IP,
how can
but
it be a
it's the
branding thing?
Olympics,
Because
though,
Nintendo literally has the game, which is now outdated because
I
they
know.
released it before the games came out and then they postponed them. But Nintendo has games like
Mario and
official.
Sonic at the Olympics, literally. And guess who was there? Sonic, not Mario. So who won by default? Sonic.
I know Mario no-showed. Mario no-showed this.
Oh yeah,
shit.
Wesley. The song they used from Kingdom Hearts was
also
the
Chrono
actual
Trigger
theme from Olympus, like when you're in battling in the Colosseum and shit.
I've never beat Sephiroth, and I've always wanted to replay. I've never replayed Kingdom Hearts and any of the. Even though I bought every fucking HD re-release they ever did, I've never played any of them.
Wait, so you bought the 1.5 and then the 2.5 and then the 1.5 plus 2.5 and then the fucking 2.8 bullshit?
There was I was gonna say there was even like there was bullshit like 2.8, and then my favorite one was when they cut all the bullshit and it was the story thus far.
How the hell?
Oh no! All right.
These are real things, by the way. We're not making any of these titles up.
I would.
Trigger?
Yeah, they played Chrono Trigger theme too. Yeah, and apparently they threw a shit fit about it too. Because apparently, because the song, the composer for the song from Chrono Trigger, I guess, has some like questionable shit in his political career. So then it kind of turned into a bunch of articles.
Wait, what do you mean? What do you mean?
Cornelius guy?
I think so. Yeah. Whoever was the composer for the Chrono Trigger song.
Oh, okay, that's something else. But hold on. I want to see if Lance Bass, because he was the original Sephiroth, if Lance Bass still has in his Twitter profile. Because he used to put his Twitter profile that he was the original Sephiroth.
Super fitting.
Okay, wait, where's the actual Lance Bass? Hold on. Wait, Lance Bass doesn't exist anymore. Wait, what is Lance Bass's Twitter?
Lance Beast.
Hold on. Where's Lance Bass's Twitter? Oh, never mind. It's Lance Bass like this. Okay, television host, filmmaker, NSYNC bassist, OG Sephiroth. See, OG Sephiroth, foodie, ambassador for, and then other bullshit. But yeah, Lance Bass literally puts in his official profile that he's the OG Sephiroth. Which, by the way,
I absolutely would.
I've mentioned this before, but one of my gripes about dubs is that they don't keep the cast. This is part of the issue we have. They kept most of that Kingdom Hearts cast throughout the series until they made the remake and they recast everyone. And I'm like, why? Like, there was an original cast that Disney put together. But then again, I think Nina Suvari was Aerith in that one. Aerith. Mina Suvari was like, and they were never gonna get her back.
So how do you feel about them switching out? Robin Williams with
why is Timer Chan
dude who voiced Homer?
We have 2 of them.
Oh wait, I think Chooser shows up on the screen.
Yep. This is what I was doing, like with the other client. Yeah.
I'm very mad that he's figured out he can do this.
I know.
But I'm surprised.
You guys ready for that sponge foot?
No, we're not
sorry.
doing it.
What?
Hold on.
Oh, sorry. I gave my thing away. Fuck.
You better not be talking about Spongefoot.
If you're talking about Spongefoot, Timer Charge is gonna go idle.
Yeah, I was gonna say we're gonna just disappear. Like there's gonna be no audience for you.
Why is disappearing? It's only Spongefoot.
No, we actually had a whole talk on
It's a quantum
tryptophobia
thing.
last time we were here. Only Timer Chan. Kind of hate the redub Billy Zane. Billy Zane? Who was Billy Zane as Kingdom? Oh, because he was the first answer in Kingdom Hearts. You're right. Oh, Mandy Moore was Eris.
What?
Wow, Mandy Moore?
Is that on
really?
them for like? How the fuck did they get all these big? What was the budget for
Money?
the voice acting?
Because it was Disney.
Did they do it? Did they just ask? But like, this was like not like full power Disney, right? Not like multi-million conglomerate.
Okay,
Absolutely multi-million.
Mina
What
Suvari
okay,
was
yes.
Eris.
Not multi like built.
Okay, Mina
But
Suvari
Her
was
dick,
Mina
not big
Suvari.
dick, not big dick yet. Not that big dick.
Not
yet.
like Overlord, like fucking.
Big
Not Colossus dick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are we talking about? Mina Suvari was Aerith in
We should do
Advent Children.
introductions.
Yeah, I'm Manuel. I just want to talk about Advent Children now because I like
Oh
that
no!
movie.
You fucking get the fuck out of here with that.
I
movie.
love
when
Advent
that,
Children.
When that movie dropped, it was a great movie, but
That movie was
kinda
tight.
Like, it was kind of like Space Jam.
But
syndrome,
then
where
again,
it was like, if I
like
thought
Spirits
about
Within.
it, it was like shitty, but it was fun.
You
and
like
I don't
Spirits
care, it was
Within?
fun to
I like
watch.
Spirits Within.
I'm sorry, what?
That
No,
movie fucking sucked.
Okay, first
How dare you.
of all, this isn't even a Dragon Ball Evolution thing where I just think it's a good
Hello,
movie.
my name is Warren.
Like, but not okay. Yeah, this is introduced.
Warren, it's the Kingdom be showing in the intergalactic demon digital whatever the fuck, I don't know. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram at PLEI_DS. Hella memes, hella only the best fucking lewds curated from the best artists. You out there trying to get your name out? Fucking hit me up. I'm fucking retweeting that shit. Hella thirsty motherfuckers in my circles.
Are you trying to be like king of the horny dudes?
I know,
Really?
King
Guess
Horny.
they're just having high standards.
Yeah, he has King.
High
Yeah, how dare?
King horny.
King Horny. That's what we're gonna call
Everybody
you
likes
from
to
now
fuck.
on.
What's
Can I
that?
change your
What's
name?
that guy from
Like
Thor
that.
Ragnarok?
Thor.
Thor? Yeah,
No,
was it
no, no,
Thor?
No.
Wait, which one?
Fucking what's it called? Dude who stutters a lot when he talks. He was like
Taika
like,
Waititi.
No. Yeah, like white hair. Jeff Goldblum.
Oh,
He was in that movie?
yeah.
He's
That was a
collector.
great movie.
Yeah.
I should rewatch it
That
again.
movie was tight.
Yeah.
That movie's tight.
That was the one that was playing when I was in
Yeah,
Taiwan.
man, you have Disney Plus and you have my shit. You don't watch it, the fuck?
Yeah, I'm gonna go watch it later on on Warren's dime. Just like I'm gonna watch
And
Fear
then
Street. It's on
Disney immediately
Netflix.
took down our stream.
I know. Was you gonna share it in the corner and pretend it's
Yeah,
something
no, me.
new?
I'm watching it over Manuel's house. What you talking about? We're not sharing
Let's go.
the counts. What is that?
Molly, go into yourself. You haven't said shit this stream because somebody asked
I'm
if you were
writing my
frozen.
presentation.
Yeah,
I was
Molly
gonna say, watch
started her
Molly's
presentation
mic
when
doesn't
she
do-
joined this call, so
Molly has said me, Grandmaster Immigrant.
it's okay.
Song.
It'll be Warren
Oh,
and then me.
wait, do the
We're
immigrant
all
song, Warren?
immigrants.
Like, do
What?
the opening. Wah! Do the immigrant song thing, the Led Zeppelin. Yeah, it was. I forgot this
Oh, wait.
that movie. That movie opens with the immigrant. Yeah, there you go.
Yes.
That's Thor Ragnarok too.
Yeah, it's I love that song. Like, not ironically, because that's I love that when it was
It's
first heard. It's one of my favorite Led Zeppelin songs. I'm actually not a huge Led Zeppelin fan. I think they're kind of overrated.
Oh.
But anyways,
Boy.
Callie, Timer, not even by your full name. Hey, Timer.
Callie,
Ty!
I got the avatar for Timer-chan.
Yeah.
Would
Why
you
they
like
get
to
silent?
introduce yourself, Callie, and/or Callie acting as Timer-chan's avatar?
Callie Chan.
No.
All right, fair enough.
Fair enough. Let's move on. Warren,
No.
are you ready for feet?
Yes. Are you guys ready for feats?
It better not actually be feet. I was joking. I think I have the power to stop you too. So I'll stop you if it's about feet.
No, you go. You could kiss my ass. Wait, what I do? Share?
You can.
Yeah,
really
then
quick
you
though,
share it, and then we'll put it on screen.
Do I do? Share screen or window? Or
In the corner,
Chrome
being
tab?
real quiet right now, we got the ever awesome Molly,
if you have
Marisuga,
audio, you
follow
have to
her on YouTube and all that dope shit.
Okay, so I got the audio.
Oh, Molly.
Wait, that means don't you guys? Is it gonna screen?
No,
is it gonna capture you
only-
guys?
No,
It's
No.
gonna screen.
it
Okay, so
won't be
just-
on screen until we put it on screen.
So it's just my window
Oh
then.
yeah. Mhm.
As far as that's on you. I don't.
It's
Okay,
Callie.
so if I
Are you-
share this,
Mhm.
am I okay? now?
Oh hey, okay, we can see stuff.
Oh
We
yeah.
can see stuff. Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna try to. I need to open up my drink.
Oh fuck! I need to pee.
All right, let me.
Let me start timer, Sean.
It's window. It's window, not screen. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, don't do screen because then we'll be able to hear ourselves.
Yeah. It's like hi,
Mm.
hi, timer. True.
Although, like, if you're doing that,
All right.
then like audio won't play. I think.
So. Oh wait, we have to wait. Oh guys, are you guys ready for feet? I'm ready for feet.
No,
I can
I'm
kick
always-
you.
All right. So
let me put
now
on my
that we're
blinders.
here, now that we're here on the,
The feet
now that
blinders.
we are here,
Foot filter.
my thing is about sponge foot because we were talking about it yesterday.
You better be
Just-
joking. I'm getting
Wait,
ready.
where's my thing? Just kidding. My pseudo fighting game. All right.
You spelled pseudo
I did-
wrong.
Pseudo wrong.
Oh, I don't care, guys.
There's an E after the
Oh,
U.
oops.
It's
okay, guys.
Psuedo.
Psuedo. All right.
PS.
So, some
Oi.
quick lore. Okay, I will do some quick lore.
With
All
that
right.
zero.
There's like these 7. So the whole entire thing that encompasses this whole entire story, because fighting games don't really have stories, but I needed to throw one in here just to kill some time. All right, there's like these 7 planets, right? 7 worlds. One's called Lara, Vicus, Empyrean.
These are all stuff you've
Drakkar.
made up.
Yes,
Okay.
Umbra,
Jakar, that's
Earth.
Wait, isn't that?
Earth.
and
Isn't that also
and then-
Thor Ragnarok?
Kelly just asked you, are these all things you made up? Earth.
yeah, I'm sorry. I
I mean,
have to make
technically,
it.
there's no proof
have
that
to-
it isn't made up.
I have to make it. I have to make it so people could be, so it could be relatable. Okay, and then it's sister planet Terra,
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
godlike. Okay,
I love the Final Fantasy IX references, which is objectively the best
Hey.
Final Fantasy.
Final Fantasy. I think it was called Terra in 6 also, wasn't it?
okay. So long
There is a
ago, during
lot of
primordial
assets.
times. Okay, there are these titans. There's
Dragon.
one
Oh,
titan,
Titans.
one titan per one
That's
per
edgy motherfucker.
per planet. Okay, so they have these big motherfuckers. Okay, and they are wreaking havoc on those planets, and you know,
Dude, second from the top, absolutely from Thor Ragnarok.
they're just fucking
you're
shit
right.
up. They're tearing up the planet, and the beings that were living there could not live. But you know, even though everyone's afraid, it took, you know, it usually takes like one person to stand up and say, "We ain't gonna take this bullshit." Okay.
And,
So on Earth, we have Cain, leader man.
oh, that's
All
not
right.
going to end well.
Shadow Whisperer Sirocco. Luke the Constructor.
Old man.
Who's this guy again? Oh, Michael. What's it?
Mike,
Mikhail,
Michaela?
Acolyte of Light. Okay.
Kayla.
Then what's this guy's name again?
That's just
I
wings.
it's
There's just
Azure
a lot of
Prey.
wings.
Okay.
Is that Red Bull?
And this is Dragon Knight Bakal. And what the fuck is this guy?
Oh,
Duke
that's
Prince
my man
Ozma.
right there. That's my
Wait,
favorite.
are there
okay.
any girls?
Yeah, it's Michaela
Yeah,
up in
Sirocco.
the upper right.
Mikhail is a dude.
Oh, okay.
Listen, say that.
So basically, all these guys on their respective planets found some unknown source of power, and were able to lead their civilization against the Titans, right?
Cheers.
And defeated them.
Bye.
They're like the absolutes, big dick guys.
Oh,
But
okay.
like anything, right? If you don't die a hero, you live long enough to become a bad guy. Do. Absolute power corrupts absolutely, or some shit. All right.
Accurate.
Eventually, Cain became his title changed to Cain the Conqueror. Mad Queen Sirocco. Okay. Dark Lord Ozma. Dragon King Bakal. false prophet Michael, Luke, or what was it? Luke Earthbreaker, a World Breaker, and Prey, Crimson Wing Prey. Okay. Eventually, so these guys, they decided to like take over their, conquer their Earth just like the Titans did, and their conquest was to
drink.
Like,
what's the drink?
Also, no mystery, not King the Conqueror at all. This is legally distinct.
Legally distinct King the Conqueror.
All right. So all of a sudden, they decided to like, they wanted to go after each other's worlds and shit, but there's some unknown heroes that came and stopped them, and they couldn't kill them because they weren't strong enough, but they sealed them away, put them to sleep. But so where the fighting games, and so where this fighting game starts is that some people that want to on Earth want to bring back, they want to awaken fucking King the Conqueror to for their conquest to take over all the Earth, all the worlds. Ooh, it's fighting game. Okay, so we're gonna that no one cares about the fight game story. All right, so the cast of characters. All right.
Oh, neat! I love this drink.
Can you guys hear that?
Did you make this splash?
Huh?
We can only hear whatever audio.
Yeah,
by the way,
we can't hear any audio coming.
Yeah, Warren,
Yes,
we can only hear audio if you're playing it in the window. We can't hear it if you're playing it on your desktop.
I am playing it on the window.
If you have a stream deck, it actually works from that too.
What? Wait, hold up. So wait, I don't understand. I am playing it from here.
No. So like it won't pick it up.
Stop sharing.
It has
Oh,
to
you
be
are playing it from there. Did you click the button that said? Did you click the button that says share audio from?
Yeah,
the
it's like Zoom.
That, and also you have to click. I think it might say like application or something.
It says okay, share audio. I press that.
Click the window again.
Can I go to window? Wait.
And get ready to drink and. Oh shit! I said that way too early. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drink.
Bye.
Wait, so does that? You guys can't hear it? I feel bad now.
Hear it again?
Here.
Oh, you hear it.
Wait.
No.
No, it almost sounded like it was something, but like, nah, no music playing.
Well, just keep going. Hopefully you have. Yeah.
Hell no, man! I want the music. I need it. I need it for this shit.
Put it into.
What's the song?
What's the song? It's fucking right here.
Like add it. Oh, it is right there. I don't know why it's not playing. Then do you have that window muted? Do you have that tab muted? Something or what?
It has to go by the. You have to share the application. I think.
Is this on Google? Okay, you know what?
Wait, are you sharing?
Y'all fucked up. Maybe,
are you sharing the tab? Because there's an. I don't think you're sharing the tab.
Oh yeah, share by tab. Share by tab.
Yeah, yes, share by fucking window. So I did.
Oh yeah, we fucked up.
Drink.
Wow. Experience. Drink.
Wow.
No, share by Chrome tab. Yeah, it's Chrome tab. You need to share by.
Y'all said window because I said it twice. I was like window, window. Was like, then window.
It was us. Sorry, everyone watching.
Right, tell me if you guys hear this.
It's all Timertron's fault.
No, this is Manuel's fault, as it always is.
Wait,
can you guys hear it?
Wearing glasses?
Glasses?
Wait, can you guys hear that?
Yeah, she's had glasses on this entire time.
Timer, share this chair. Timertron, share the screen. Yes. Woo! There we go.
Okay.
There we go.
So we're gonna go. Okay, so we're gonna go from left to right. All right, really quick. Okay. This is Berserker Magnus. Okay.
Timer could do no wrong. Not my fault.
All right. And this is him. He's a big sword dude.
Compensating.
We need a guy with double big swords. All right. I'm not going.
Sword.
And this is Mobius right here. He's a nerd.
I'm okay. Is he a nerd?
He works with machines, so that's why it's all like it sounds all like synthy and stuff. Okay.
All right. I like this attention to detail.
By the way,
this boy. He's kind of like a charged character. He's kind of like Guile. All right, he's our Guile. He's lame.
He's lame because he's American.
What, you don't like being a family man?
Hardly, no. Whatever.
And this is Eve. This is her. This bitch got a really long scythe, okay?
Drink. A scythe? A Sith?
A Sith. And this is her transforming into herself.
Well,
into like her other forms and shit.
Oh, yeah.
What's this guy? Oh, this is Warlord Garoth. Here you go.
He looks like Lu Bu, kind of.
I was gonna give him a Chinese name, but that's too stereotypical. All right. So this is Boyer here. He's holding like he basically is kind of like Lu Bu.
Oh, that's heavy as fuck. That's
Where is it going? He's shoving it down. Is it going into the
That's
dirt?
fucking Nago.
Garoth. Huh?
That's Nago.
Wait, who the fuck is Nago?
Nagoto Yuki?
I have no idea you're talking about Pleiades.
Strive! Guilty Gear Strive! Big ass fucking vampire samurai.
Yes. And this is Ace. All right. Leslie said this guy is super gay.
What?
Whoa.
And this is him just sitting there chilling.
Being gay?
He's a hand-to-hand combat guy. He's like a he's a close quarters guy and kind of like a hybrid of a combo character and a grappler.
That's Koma. That's Kishima Koma right there, boy.
And then we have my favorite bitch. Arachnid.
Glasses, anime titties, everything. Let's go.
That's Ryder. Hell yeah.
This is my favorite bitch.
Wait, what are we looking at here? Her legs look odd.
She's standing she's because that's what hot girls are, I guess. Yeah, she's standing on some stuff.
Look at where her hip
Manuel,
is.
you compare.
Look where her foot ends, and then look at her the rest of her body. Those are like 80% of her body.
Manuel over here complaining and shit.
You try something better, son.
And Morgana, the little gothic Lolita girl.
Oh, of course, there's one of these. Oh, she's a doll. Like, what is that?
Basically, she has a doll. She uses a doll, so she's kind of like a setup character. But she, like, very technical character. So she's
That's a lot of hair.
That's super a lot of hair.
Rachel Alucard, that's what it is.
And then our last character, Scarlet Ash. Okay, I had it. I couldn't.
Oh, it's another girl?
Yes, I put more girls in here than guys, I think half and half.
This is good marketing.
Basically, she's kind of like the whip. If you guys play Street Fighter, she's like a long range character. Uses her chains.
What's her name? From Soul Calibur.
I guess like Ivy too.
Or Poison.
All right, and then see this right here?
Yeah. Wait, what is this? Did you actually make this? I'm confused now.
I made all this, yeah.
Holy shit.
Wait, how? I mean, I guess it's not that hard, but like...
It's not hard. So basically, this game is my fighting game is a tag team game, okay? So I'm gonna try to get through this quick. Game mechanics, okay? Number one, this stuff up here, you guys see? Oh, yes, okay, yes, can see. That's your life bar, okay? All right. Yeah, the manual's in China. It's for you. All right. Yeah, this is the life bars, okay? They tell you which player you are, whichever side you're on, the character's name, and your secondary character's life bar is right behind it. So when you switch, this life bar behind it, like flips under, like switches out with the character that you have out currently. Exactly. All right. Two. This is your guard bar, okay? It depletes whenever you're guarding, and the opponent keeps on hitting you. And once it depletes, your guard breaks, and they get free attack on you. Three, basically, it's your timer. Okay.
Timer charm.
Four, this is your meter. Okay. For specials, for EX moves, for super, for doing your super special move. You know, your super.
I love that your timer has 3 digits.
Hadouken. It's 999 because it has two. There's two characters in it. If it was one, I would have put 99 seconds, but 999 is perfect.
10-minute battle. Anyways, keep going.
And then this fifth one right here is your tag meter, your tag and reversal meter. Okay. There's too much to say, so I'm just gonna put it out here. Light punch, medium punch, heavy punch. Okay. Light kick, medium kick, heavy kick. So this is like a Street Fighter layout. Right. 6-button game. Punches on the top row. Kicks. All the kicks are on the bottom row.
You're kicking the nuts.
So light, medium, heavy. That's how it goes. From light is the weakest, and heavy is the strongest. Okay. Special attacks and normal. So special attacks and normal attacks are different depending on what button you choose. So some properties change. So let's say if I did a Hadouken, right, with the light punch, it comes out slower. But if I do it with a heavy punch, it comes out faster. Okay.
Okay.
Oh, it's like soccer as fireballs.
What the fuck? What happened to this? Okay, I guess I fucked up.
Whatever.
So button basics, okay? Light punch, light kick. It's a standard grab. So you just light punch, light kick, grab. Okay. Medium punch, medium kick is skill abilities, which I'll get to later. Medium kick and heavy punch together is to tag your characters in and out.
Okay.
EX special attacks is basically
that's a weird command. Medium kick and high punch.
Sure.
That's like this.
It's weird.
Well, I mean, like that's
diagonal.
also so like you don't do it on accident.
But like that's very unintuitive, right? Because in the versus games, it's always just the double.
Yeah, I mean,
but it's okay because there's a reason behind it. Because there's another reason. Because this is just the way that I designed it. Special attacks, so EX attacks basically. So if it's a Hadouken, it's like I want to do a regular Hadouken. I just do the quarter circle, the light punch, right? If I want to do EX, I could do any like the motion quarter circle, and instead of pressing one punch, I could press two punches. So if there's a skill that requires one punch or one kick, if you press any two of them, it can be light punch, medium punch, light punch, heavy punch, medium punch, heavy punch, or all three of them. You will do an EX move, which is like an enhanced version of that attack.
Okay.
This only for special moves. So then reversals. While you're blocking, you press forward, like all three punches or all three kicks. It's a basic get off of me. So you do like a reversal that pushes your opponent, kind of like a burst. It pushes them off of you, and it basically gets like it helps you get the pressure, to keep your opponent's pressure off of you. So tactical tag. This is so while blocking, you can press back and medium punch, heavy kick, and you can tag your other character in as you're blocking.
Do they come in fighting?
No, they just ping, and you're kind of.
I know,
blocking.
But like in the versus games, they come in like with a kick.
I mean, you could press buttons. This is a hypothetical shit. Okay, skill system. This is very, very. Okay, I'm gonna try to get through this. All right. So basically, you have this. I'll call it like you have these 4 points. You have like a total of 4 points, and you could choose one of these, any of these skills, as long as they equal up to 4. Right. So after character selection, you can choose your skills. They have a ratio between 1 and 3. So let's say I want to do
double jump.
I want to double jump, but if I get double jump, I cannot get run, air dash, dodge, and air guard. So I could only get anything that costs 1. Easy, simple. So this game, like what I was trying to do is like for everyone to play, like so people could play with their play style, like with a certain play style they like to play with. You know what I mean? If I like to dash, I like to air jump. Okay, cool. And I also like to roll. Bam. All right. Or like, so you're not stuck to just one certain thing. Skill system. So movement. Dash enables you to do a short dash forward. Back dash is universal. Run allows you to keep on to run.
Go ahead, drink. Let's keep going.
Super jump allows you to do like a further fast jump forward or backwards. Air dash allows you to dash in the air, obviously in midair.
Oh shit!
Okay,
and
that's
short
a big
jump allows you a small jump. Yes,
so that is a
small
big
jump allows like a small jump forward. Double jump allows characters to do like so when you do a regular jump, you could do an extra small jump by while you're in midair, obviously. So the abilities roll, so it allows you to kind of roll through like projectiles and attacks. All right, dodge. You have to stand there and literally dodging. It's just like you're just doing a sidestep. When they throw an attack, you're like sidestep. All right. Your guard. So parry. If it's timed right, you could basically interrupt your opponent's attack and then do one of your own. Just defend, which is so when you're blocking, and if you time the attack right, you could tap back, and it'll help you gain more meter. And then air guard, basically, if you jump and you don't press any attack buttons, you just hold back, and if your opponent does an attack on you, you guard it. So how to execute these skills: dash forward, tap forward twice, 2 times. Run, tap forward twice, and then hold. So you're running. Roll, medium punch, medium kick. So super jumps, basically you kind of like, let's say you go down, you just kind of down up, like flick it, don't hold it, and you'll do you'll see yourself jump further and higher. Short jump, you tap the joystick up forward just a little bit, and it does a little short hop, and it's supposed to help like you do like an instant overhead on them if they're crouching. Air dash, basically you just when you jump just tap forward twice and you do a jump, like a little forward dash in the air. Double jump, just tap up in the air. Easy. Parry, if you could time incoming attacks, or you have that fucking third eye, just tap forward, and when the attack comes out, and you parry.
Policy.
And then just defend, I already talked about that. Just tap back when you're blocking. And then air guard, just hold back. I already talked about. So meter, there's 3 bars total. So it's the blue bar. Okay. EX special attacks cost 1/3 of your bar. Okay, so 1/3. So 3 of these. It's 1 of these, obviously. Super moves is a whole full bar, and attack cancels is also 1 bar as well. On your red bar, which is your tag meter, or your tag bar.
Wait, you can't tag unlimited?
Too good. Just too good. Too good if you can do that.
Drink, by the way, 21 minutes.
That's okay. I'm pretty much almost done.
Okay.
To tag your secondary character in, it costs 2/3 of your bar, and to do a reversal, to do like the get off me is 1/3 of your bar. And then understanding it all, basically normal attacks can go into EX, attack cancels, tags, or normal attacks. But EX attacks cannot go into other EX attacks. It's with the star. You can cancel, but you cannot tag or do a normal attack after that. Attack cancels allow you to do another EX. You cannot do another cancel, obviously. You cannot tag and you can't normal attack. And then tags don't let you do an EX. The only thing it allows you to do is just another normal attack. So you're not there just spamming your opponent. And that's it. There's my fighting game. I'm done.
I didn't know you were that almost done. I wouldn't even give me a warning.
Yeah, that's it. It's not.
Well, that was a good game. Wait. So where do those characters come from, though?
Oh, okay. So this is the fun part. Okay, so you will not get. I'll tell you now. You will not get copyright strike because all of the music I used was all royalty-free music.
Okay.
All royalty-free, and a lot of all the characters I got is from the game that I played the most, was DFO, and I just used all the characters, gave them names, and then and it looks good. It looks good. It looks good
from DFO.
I mean, give it like 1 to 2 years, we're gonna get the real thing.
Yeah, we're gonna get there's an actual DFO fighting game coming out.
Arc System works, man.
Is there really?
Yeah,
have DFO is one of the biggest MMOs in Asia. They basically paid Arc System to fucking make them a video game, the fighting game.
I was gonna say, like, I don't think it's big in Japan though.
Oh no,
it's big in China
it's big
and South Korea.
It's like a cult hit.
Japan plays it.
But yeah,
it's pretty. It's pretty popular.
It's to Japan what Guilty Gear is to us here, I think. Like, you know, it's that level of cult where like they have the hardcore small base.
Yeah, that might be apt. But like, and that fucking Dragon Ball Fighter Z, like that shit fucking.
Callie's still running timer.
Rented them.
Callie?
Money.
I mean, you guys are still asking questions.
Sorry,
so
yeah,
okay.
let me. Yeah.
Wait, I need to know. Were you always wearing glasses? It's driving me crazy.
Yes, the entire time she was wearing glasses.
Yes.
Yeah.
God
damn it.
All right, guys.
Man, damn, how long?
I'm gonna go pee. I've had a pee or chat presentation, and I was almost worried I had to get a gamer bottle going in a minute. But I'm gonna go pee, and then when I come back, I'll come back. When I come back, I'll come back. What am I saying? When I come back, I'll go.
I think literally, yeah, that is how that works.
I think the alcohol got to me already. I drank a drink during the presentation, and I'm already
probably didn't even notice. Wait, Timer-chan had a
I was trying to say buzzed, and then I said booze, just like pronounce it differently. Then I realized boozed would make sense too as its own word because boozed. And yeah, I need to pee, and then I'll contemplate all this while I'm peeing.
So yeah, this is like this game was fucking.
For us while I'm gone.
To be honest, Pleiades, this game was just basically all the things that I like in fighting games, and I just threw it into one.
Oh, you're good.
Like one thing.
I love it.
Like I was gonna do frame data.
Chat, everybody who noticed that Timer-chan didn't have glasses on the entire time, man.
Yeah, I didn't notice. I was like, fuck it, I'll just go with it.
Manuel, I love you when you come back and edit this.
I was just like, you know what? Manuel's confused. I'll confuse him even more.
Sometimes you gotta go. I do it for the bit. You know what I mean? Oh my god! Like at this point, Arc System Works is done. Like after Dragon Ball Fighters, like they could just do anything at this point. I think.
Yeah, they're really popular. I'm surprised the DFO even got their own little fighting game, but I was just like, because no one asked for it. And I was like, oh, yeah, never mind. They have money. I'm pretty sure they just threw cash at them, and they're just like, cool.
I mean,
we'll make you a fighting game.
Nobody asked for Grand Blue Victory Versus, I think is what it's called.
Oh, yeah, they didn't, huh? Because I knew that it was a phone game. I just didn't know that it was when everyone was just like Grand Blue, I was like, nah, dog, I don't want to play this. This phone game. They're like, no, it's a fighting game. It was fun. I played it for a little bit.
The only thing I know about the game is like I only know it for the same reason that I know about Genshin Impact. Just like a fucking like torrent of thirst out there, just like fucking insane from like all the characters.
Oh yeah,
but apparently it has the same kind of model as like what was it called? Oh god damn it! It's what they're gonna do with the League of Legends fighting game.
What do you mean?
Something thunder something. Basically, where it's like they take out like the directional inputs, and you just have like a button for special moves, and then like you just have cooldowns with those buttons instead of like doing directional inputs.
What I was gonna say earlier about the Nature Boy, the woos, is I love watching those compilations and judging his level of how much coke he was on while he was doing some of them. Because there's some where his eyes just glaze the fuck over, and he's like wooing like crazy, and I'm like, bro, was on some shit during this. I think
on what Randy Savage did, and just have sunglasses on the entire time.
Yeah, exactly. Hide the fact that you're. Be a Jake the Snake. Don't be a Jake the Snake. I need to say.
Don't be jealous. Did you?
Yeah, remember when he fought that one? Who was he fight? Jim the Anvil Neidhart, and he was all fucked up. And he's all
Yo, I'm dude. The amount of shows that they have to do, I'm pretty sure motherfuckers is on something. They're usually on something.
If CTE is a bigger, like from what I've heard, CTE is like more of like a like plague in wrestling than it is even in football because like of how much of a contact sport it is.
Wait, what's CTE?
Cerebral. I forget. I'm not even.
Oh, it's like when you head trauma shit.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing is, like, since
well, they've been like doing all these studies that like basically you're kind of fucked for life when you do any of those kind of sports.
Yeah.
Yeah, all contacts.
And like because they're treated as contractors, not employees, they basically get no support.
I just find it so odd that like even now everyone kind of knows it's like, yeah, you're shortening your life by a huge deal doing these. But some people are just like, yeah, I got to do it though. You know?
I mean, how much money?
Yeah.
Dude, like, have you watched that John Oliver thing? I never saw the interview before, but there was one where, like, fucking, what's his name? Roddy Piper was doing an interview, and he's all like, I have to go back to wrestling or whatever. It's like I'm 50 whatever now. I'm not gonna hit 65. And then he died like 2 years after that interview, and it's like, whoa.
Andre the Giant managed to stay off painkillers for a long time, but only because motherfucker drank hella stuff. Which, I mean, in retrospect, yeah. I mean, but if somebody told me, like, hey, we'll trade you, like, I don't know, however many $100,000 for, like, a year of your lifespan, it would be difficult not to be like 1 year? How many?
Yeah, I would say
can I compound that and then start doing math?
Exactly. I'm like, how much is this? How much is a year of my life worth?
How much is 10 years?
By the way, I was closing Twitter, and going along with the whole Ren thing that I started earlier when Ren didn't get her Arby's meal. Sylvia just posted, when you poop in a public restroom and someone tried to open your stall, and it's a picture saying abandoned duty, yes or no? And she's like, abandoned duty, yes.
Yo, I remember I needed to pee hella bad, and I just closed my stall, and I was just peeing there. Some dude I'm just like, oh, hello.
I spit my drink into my mic. Ew. Hold on.
Listen, when like the door's locked, and then they like, it's like you try to open it, it's locked clearly, and then they like peer over the fucking stall. It's like, it's locked.
Okay,
Why are you looking over the goddamn stall?
Two things.
Or sometimes they be looking through the crack between the doors.
Yeah. Two things. One, I don't know if you guys know this, but pretty much nowhere but the U.S. has that crack in the stall. And I'm not talking about just Japan, because everyone always points out Japan, but I mean the world. It's just in the U.S. you're allowed to look in on someone into a stall. I don't know why, but and when I was this wasn't my second thing, but when I was even in Mexico, I never saw the cracks in the stall. But also when I was in middle school, I think high school too, there were no doors on our stalls. So when there was that embarrassing, you know those memes where it's all like we get this like shit in high school or some shit like that, it was even more embarrassing because when you shit in school and our public schools, you not only were you shitting at school and it was like, oh, someone's taking a shit, they could see you, and I don't mean see you, I mean stand in front of you, like get an inch away from your face, like you're taking a shit, you know.
That's fucked up.
I mean, I've never seen anyone do that, but I wouldn't be surprised if it happened. But nobody took a shit that I ever knew because of that. Like you just held that forever. But the second thing I was gonna say was when I was in Taiwan, I was in this really fancy mall.
Oh God!
And there was really nice bathrooms, but in the bathroom there was a sign that there was no wording, so it's not even like it was universal. There was a sign that basically was warning you to be careful of people peeking over the stalls.
So not like, hey, don't make this a thing that people don't do, or like, hey, not a sign of like, don't fucking peek over the shit. It's like a sign. It's like, be careful, of people peeking over the shit.
I remember the bathrooms at in Central Park in New York. The stall, like if you're standing up, it hit me like here. Like that's where the top of the stall door was. Yeah. I was what the hell?
What?
Yeah. I've definitely been in bathrooms where like if I'm using the toilet, it's like I can look right over the thing and I'm like, yeah, this is awkward if someone else comes in. Hopefully I'm done before that happens.
Standing, not with me sitting, but still it was very short.
No, I've been in some but then I'm also kind of like I have like little tiny legs, kind of like high sitting height. So yeah, it's also kind of awkward like that. Like, nobody look at me. Here's my
We've
hi.
never actually seen Manuel's legs. Can we really be sure that they exist?
I know. Well, I definitely don't have long legs, but I am tall. But what was I getting at? Real fast, I was going to just say that these stalls that were in that Taiwanese. First of all, this was a really fancy mall. This was an upscale mall, like where I couldn't really afford anything in it, and we were just there. We were there to eat.
And you're rich.
It's richer than me.
You're one to talk, Miss, over there. Like when it comes time to eat the rich, we're going to your house first. But the stalls were really high. Like they were taller than me when I was they were like 8 feet tall. So I was like, somebody was really they were like 7 feet tall, 8 feet too tall.
Wow.
But like somebody would really have to like try to look over those stalls. And if someone did, I'd fucking just probably die of a heart attack anyway. Because I'm like, how did you get up there? Unless I heard like somebody bring a stool or something or a step ladder. What are you doing, step ladder? But anyways, let me start a presentation.
Sure do, man.
I finished mine.
Hey,
what are you doing, stepladder? Let's see if I can do mine in stepladder time. Wait, am I sharing? Yeah, okay. I can't approve it myself, Tallow. There you go.
I keep
So
saying
tonight I'm talking about Ultima 4, the most unique RPG ever. Oh, I'm on the wrong screen.
We're talking about video games. Did everyone do video?
So
Mine has nothing to do with video games. I'll be right back.
Okay. So I actually was starting to talk. I originally wrote a presentation called "The Most Unique RPGs Ever," and I was going to talk about things like I'm already spoiling another part of a later presentation.
Just not
that in Final Fantasy Legend, aka Saga 1, that was the first game where you ever fought God. Even though it's a JRPG trope, that was the first one. But I was trying to pick games like that where they were unique, and then I realized when I got to Ultima 4, I just kept talking about it. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna just talk about this game on its own.
That does make sense.
So yeah, I'm trying to make this shorter because I actually made it a point to cut this down, so we can just go into it in a second. But hopefully you realize how unique this game is. I love this game. I still love it now, but I loved it a lot when I was growing up. And I just wanted to point out that I wrote this slide at the very end of my presentation. Like I wrote the whole presentation and I wrote the intro last. And then when I was writing it, I was looking for a Japanese art photo to show there, like of some, cover art. And then I found out there are Ultima novels in Japan because the series is not popular. And that's the cover of one of the Ultima novels. And I'm just like, what the fuck? Someone buy them for me.
Have a Fantasy Star.
Anyways. So Lord British, we have to talk about him first. So I could do an entire presentation on Richard Garriott, aka Lord British. He actually, you'll find out in a minute that he self-inserts himself into all the Ultima games. Also, similar to Elon Musk, he had his own astronaut program. I think he actually was. He had a ticket for some other, not one of the popular ones now, to be the first commercial traveler in space.
Oh, I thought you were going to say he had like
his dad worked for NASA and so on.
Where's the timer?
Oh, Callie!
Fuck!
Oh, I got 2 free minutes. Anyways.
Damn it! Great.
I've been keeping track on my own. I've been drinking anyway. So he built up Origin System. That's the company he built from the ground up. And he basically created a lot of what we call CRPGs, computer RPGs. And
not Chinese RPGs?
Yeah, actually, no joke. There actually is another genre, and it is confusing. So yeah, that's actually why I did put computer RPG. Also, more popularly, these are called Western RPGs because these are games like Skyrim and so on, as opposed to JRPGs. It's a real concept.
Like open world versus like
exactly open world as opposed And the Ultima games are very open world. I didn't write that too much, but they're very open world. So basically, the original games have a very kitchen sink. You might be wondering, why is Manuel talking about Ultima 4? What about the first 3? Well, the first 3 games were very much kitchen sink status, where you threw everything into them. And then 4 is where it got good, like really good. So before we talk about Ultima 4, we're going to talk about Ultima 1 through 3 real fast. So first one has an evil wizard. Basically,
is that a dragon or is that a robot dragon?
Yeah, it's like a robot dragon. This game, I'm not going to mention it in the plot synopsis I'm going to give in a second, but in this game, you actually go to space and you fight TIE fighters. There's even a Time Lord that's like a ripoff of Doctor Who and so on. It's all this bullshit.
Okay, this sounds kind of fire, I'm not going to lie.
So basically, it takes place in a land called Sasaria. 8 lords rule across 4 continents. One of these lords is Lord British, aka the Richard Garriott self-insert, and he's looking for a warrior who's known as the Stranger from here on. You can name him whatever, but collectively in the story he's known as the Stranger, and he's there to stop the evil wizard Mondane. He has a gem of immortality, so he's been living for 1,000 years. He's been terrorizing this whole land. So basically, the plot to this game is you have to get a time machine, travel back in time, and kill Mondane before he makes that gem. That's the plot of the game. And they retconned a lot of this later to make it fit the continuity. Because
sounds like time travel.
When I get towards 4, when I keep going on, it gets weird. So now part 2. It turns out that Mondane had a lover / student who's named Minax. And she's out for revenge. First of all, I want to point out, look at this cover. What the fuck is that gargoyle doing? He's like about to bust a move or something. I'm like, what is he doing?
That's exactly what I was thinking.
But the plot is really complicated. But basically, Minax goes to the beginning of time and destroys the space-time continuum. So basically, this game takes place on Earth. Yes, Earth. And Lord British is somewhere in England, and so on. But he asked the stranger, "Hey, can you stop Minax?" And the stranger's like, "Sure, fuck it, I guess I'll do it." And
drink.
So you use a bunch of time doors. That's what he's stepping into, by the way. You use a bunch of time doors to go to different time periods and planets to kill Minax using a magic sword, and everything's fine, right? This actually is a really complicated plot. I'm not going to go into it. It doesn't matter.
Time travel tends to do that shit.
Yeah. And it's worth mentioning this one was the most retconned because it took place on Earth. Later on, they're like, no, it's a Saria. It just looks different. So, yeah.
It was Earth the whole time.
Okay. So, get this. It turns out that Minax and Mondane actually got it on before Mondane died. And they have a child named Exodus. So,
oh, no.
Exodus is now fucking up the world. Now, even though the cover there shows a demonic Exodus, it turns out, mad spoiler alert, by the way, that it turns out that Exodus is a computer. And the plot actually does tell you this.
Wait.
Even though everyone's like, it's a child, it's actually not a child. It's their creation.
Drink. Wait.
Exodus.
So they fucked and then the computer came out?
This game came out 1982.
That's not
no.
They
fucked and
then a computer came out.
Oh, they fucked at a computer. Yeah, she gave birth to a 1982 computer, to an Apple II. She gave birth to an Apple II.
That is a very strong vagina.
That is.
but they do say
those monitors are big. That was before flat screens.
They do say that Exodus is neither man nor machine, but he makes a computer, and no joke, hold on. Oh, and Lord British calls a stranger, of course. But no joke, you ultimately have to kill Exodus by using punch cards. That's how old this game was made. Yes, that's how old this game was made.
That's how you delete System 32.
And fun fact, though, because I'm going to talk about 4 after this, obviously, and 4 is the one where things get really unique. I drank already. And this was kind of a unique concept at the time. There was no end boss. Like, when you get to the boss, you think you're going to fight this demon. You think you're going to fight this demon on the cover. But you find out that Exodus is a computer. And if you've been paying attention, you know what punch cards you want to order. And it's like, oh, I don't actually fight it. I just use my brain.
About what time was this? Like, what year?
Like I said, it came out in 82, 83. I figured exactly, but yeah.
All right, let's try. I was thinking because it sounded kind of like the end of Fallout 1, where you have options for dealing with the master.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Like that.
So like I said, some of those things kind of probably influence the next title. But first, seriously, check for any cousins, uncles, friends, or roommates of Mondane and Minax, because this is getting stupid. But in case you wonder, they never bring up this little trio again. Well, they bring them up again, but they're not they're not important. So anyways, enter Manuel discovering the series. This is a little aside. So it was actually really big in Japan. And I want to point out that I actually never played the PC version until much later. I played Exodus Ultima, which is what they call Ultima 3 Exodus. I know they switched that around, took out the number. But I played Exodus Ultima on the NES. And I actually had the issue Nintendo Power that it told you it didn't tell you to beat it, but it gave you maps. Thank God I had that. I would have never beat this game otherwise.
They had this in a Nintendo Power magazine?
No, I was stoned for yeah, they did actually. I think it was on the cover. I should have found the cover.
PC game.
No, they released an NES version and a Famicom one.
Oh,
But
that's right. There we
I'm
go.
going to show you in a minute what the PC version looks like compared to the Famicom. You're going to be like, what the fuck? So here's a comparison. I know these are weird comparisons. Like that's the NES version on the right, and that's the PC version. You're like a stick figure. It blew my mind because everyone's like PC Master Race now, but it blew my mind that early PCs up until like the 90s, until graphic cards were invented or popularized or whatever the word is, PC games lagged behind consoles. Weird concept, I know.
I mean, you could say the same thing about phones.
But I just find that funny. So that was the PC version where you're like a stick figure. I guess technically it lagged behind them, but you could still do more in them. You just couldn't like do graphics. So this is the Famicom cover. I like how it looks similar to the US cover, but everyone's like chibi anime.
This is the US cover?
No, this is the Famicom one.
Okay, I was gonna say, wait a second.
Yeah. This is...
But I just love, and look at that monster, the one-eyed monster in the background. He looks so like, he looks kind of cute.
He's like
yeah.
Don't kill, don't kill me. I don't want to die.
So first,
monster.
So this is Ultima 4. I also played the NES version instead. By the way, that's the Famicom one. They're very similar looking, but once again, the Famicom one's very anime, and he looks way more Jesus-y in the Famicom one.
It looks like Fire Emblem, like early Fire Emblem, which makes sense.
No, the other dude looked like a Jedi.
Mm-hmm.
Now this game I was obsessed with, and I'm going to tell you why.
It was from China.
Oh, also, I only learned that there. Fuck you! I just realized what you said. That's the PC cover in Japan. Looks very Western on the left, and I didn't know there was a Master System version until I was doing the research for this. I want to play that one, but anyways, Oh, and by the way, this is what the graphics look like in the NES version.
Is that Moses? It looked like you were trying to make a Moses on the fucking cover.
Now it's funny because we're gonna get to what the plot is about, but it's actually very similar. Wait, who shared? Oh, never mind. Sorry, I'm reading the wrong thing in the chat. But look at the plot. Enjoy the destruction of pitiful innocence. Thou art a wimp. But anyways, this is the NES graphics, and these are the PC version graphics. So I'm trying to point that out again. I also love. Oh, I almost spit that up. I also love this picture because whoever played this game, whoever took the screenshot, named their character Vodka Gin. So yeah, this wasn't my screenshot. Yeah, this wasn't my screenshot. I just found these online, but they named the character Vodka Gin. So let's talk about an RPG that has no big bad. That's what made this game unique. So this game, basically, this is the plot. The triad of evil, Mundane, Minax, and Exodus are dead. Caesarea is in ruins. That's the land this all took place in. The lands have somehow changed. All the lords are gone. It's just British, and he takes over. Well, we find out later that it wasn't so peaceful. Way later on in the series, but basically, Lord British is able to reorganize society and unite them all under one kingdom called Britannia. And
really,
we find out later. Wow. We find out later that wasn't so peaceful. But that's way later on in the series.
What?
Yeah. So that's way later on in the series that we find out that this, but just fun fact, just want to throw it out there. But so the time when the stranger comes back to Exodus, there's no destruction. There's still monsters roaming the land, but it's not like they're terrorizing anyone. There's nothing. There's no evil in the land. But Lord British is all like, you know what? The people need focus. They need a paragon of virtue to guide them. They need an avatar.
Yep. That always ends well.
The last, the four,
the legend of
Ang.
It's from here on that they retcon the story a little. We find out that the stranger is actually someone from our time on Earth, and that he travels to Britannia, and now it's Britannia, through these things called moon gates. When the moons align a certain way, he goes to Britannia, and time passes by differently there. Obviously, it goes by way faster there than it does here. So between games, like thousands of years pass. By the way, Lord British is immortal apparently, but and so he does this, and basically the whole point of the game is the stranger has to understand, master, and embody the 8 virtues. We'll talk about the virtues in a bit because that's actually the big part of this whole thing. But basically, that's the game. There's no evil. There's no big bad. It's all open world. There is a level system, but it's very low key. I think there's only 8 levels you could do, like as in like you're level 1 through 8, and each one like just kind of doubles not doubles, but like incrementally ups the stats like through a certain system. So technically, even a level 8 character isn't too much stronger than a level 1 character. So you're just meant to you're really meant to go around the world doing deeds to up your virtues. And by the way, this is a screenshot from a later game. We're gonna come back to this. So anyways, so the whole thing is after you master the 8 virtues, the potential avatar has to then go to the Stygian Abyss and recover the Codex of Ultimate Wisdom. And that's this book. That's
boy, howdy, are these some stupid fucking 90s nerd computer terms.
I know. Stygian Abyss, the Codex of Ultimate Wisdom.
Codex, especially.
So, but also,
wait,
it's
fun
implied...
fact, did you know that a book is actually a codex?
Yes.
What would have been considered a book back in the day would be like a scroll.
Oh, yeah. I didn't know that. I actually didn't know that. That's actually pretty... Like something bound, I assume. Yeah, interesting. Stealing this for my next D&D campaign. Anyways, so it's implied that other people can undertake this avatar quest. And I think even if I'm not mistaken, even within the game, because I haven't played it in a while, I haven't played it a ton, but I haven't played it in a while, but I think even in the game, you kind of meet people who are trying to do it also. But spoiler alert, only the avatar ever becomes the avatar, as in you. But anyways,
master of all 4 elements.
What is this? So anyways, this is not totally unique to this game. Computer RPGs were always kind of open world, but I want to point out this is crazy open world. You can do whatever you want in whatever order. There are 8 dungeons you have to go to for each virtue, just to literally find out the secret word. I didn't go into that because it's kind of just filler nonsense. But
so it's like the first Zelda on NES, kind of.
Yeah, like there's even 8 dungeons. So yeah, you go to the 8 dungeons, and then you go to the final thing, and there's no boss. There's no boss to any of this. You just fight normal monsters throughout. There is a party system. We're gonna cover the companions in a bit, but yeah, the game does also have progressively harder sections. Obviously, like it's not like all level 1 monsters everywhere, and it's not too complicated where it scales with you, but. It's like anything where it's just really hard at times. It's like just if you died when you went to this part of the place, don't go there yet, you know. So anyways, there's way too much to explain, but I'm going to try in a second. You do fight monsters, weak and strong, but that's not the focus of the game. But there's no evil wizard. There's no invading army or anything like that. It's just so crazy. This was so unique at the time. Mind you, when this game came out, I think it's 1984 by this point. The NES isn't even out yet. The US, we're still playing the Atari over here, you know? So this was super unique. This was super like no one had thought like, hey, how about you make a game where it's not just like, you know, evil, like good man, good, evil man, bad. Here's sword, go smash, you know.
Drink. It sounds kind of like they try to like reproduce the experience of playing kind of like a tabletop RPG.
Yeah, and I'm gonna.
It sounds impressive considering the limitations of the hardware they were dealing with.
Exactly, and it's been argued that this is the first, but you know how that kind of thing is. There's always that, actually, there's this completely obscure game that no one's ever heard of but me that I had to search like 10 times to even find that actually came out first and did it. But people say this is the first game that was like this, that had no big bad to defeat, that it was all about a character just becoming a character growth for the sake of character growth. Also, it's been said that like the main antagonist of the game is actually you. Like you're the main antagonist. The whole idea is you're trying to overcome your own bullshit, and we're gonna go into yeah. And also, this influenced games like Moon that influenced Undertale and so on.
I love Moon.
Anyway. Well, Moon is a game, anyways.
There's like one night.
By the way, we're not going to talk about this much further, but I want to say, fun fact, that whole go to the Stygian Abyss and grab the Codex of Ultimate Wisdom turns out to have big repercussions later. It turns out that place he went to, like, that was their book of like the gods or whatever, and yeah, it turns out this big thing. But anyways, this is where the Ultimate series really begins. So let's talk about real fast the 3 principles, the 8 virtues.
And now
of
your
characters.
presentation begins.
16 minutes in.
No, actually, it gets a lot shorter. I did the hard part already where I had to read a lot. So I stole this chart from the Wikipedia. These are the 8 virtues: honesty, compassion, valor, justice, sacrifice, honor, spirituality, and humility. Now, there are principles attached. There's 3 principles: truth, love, courage are the 3 principles. And I'm not going to go much further, but it is worth noting that each character class is tied to a virtue. Like honesty is the mage. Some of them don't make sense. Compassion is the bard. Valor is the fighter. So on.
So wait. So you're saying that justice isn't compassionate?
Yeah.
What's the last one? What's the last class? The
shepherd.
Oh.
Oh, you can't see it. It's spirituality is the ranger, and humility. Fun fact: humility is the shepherd. The shepherd is useless. If you pick the wrong questions to become the shepherd, you're gonna have a hard game. Or and there is a shepherd. About humility here. There is a shepherd you can get. So, anyways, so mastering the 8 virtue. You might be like, how do you do that? So basically, what you have to do is like if you want to get your sacrifice up, you have to donate to the poor. And there's actually a lot of memes about this. There's a lot of memes about this. Like by the end of the game, you given the poor, you given like there's a couple like homeless people like who was just begging for money, and you give them like thousands and thousands and thousands of gold. It's like, bro, get the fuck out and go fucking buy a house already. You have more money than me. It's like, you know.
Remember Wild Arms?
Oh wow, yes. That the fucking town. But anyways, also when you pray at shrines, you get your spirituality up. I always hated this. There's shopkeepers who are blind, and it's all like, I am blind, please count 100 GP and hand it to me. Every so often I would fuck up and just accidentally not count the right amount, because you have to like choose the numbers, and I'd pay him wrong, and it's like, fuck, my honesty went down. And
it's
so
like,
on.
No, I'm not dishonest. I'm just stupid.
Also, it's worth noting that this affects the battle system. You can never run from a fight. You have to fight every fight because that affects your valor.
Right.
But also...
Wait. Oh, never mind. It's probably just a mechanic they didn't think of.
Also, if the enemies start fleeing, you can't chase after them or kill them when they're running away. You have to let them leave because that affects your honor. There's so many fights that I start hitting them and they fucking start running away. And I'm like, it's not even that I lost the experience, because I already mentioned the levels don't really matter, but I wasted my time. It's like, what the fuck? It's like, I want to stab him in the back, but you're not supposed to. But yeah, and building and maintaining these whole virtues it's actually very complicated, and there's a lot more that I'm not even mentioning, but basically that's the focus of the game. That's the huge main focus.
Are there different endings? Like if you are really just not great
no,
at the end?
It's funny you say that. There's no different endings, but you can fuck up the game. I didn't put a slide for this. Thanks for bringing this up and reminding me. I forgot all about it. You brought this up. There's an item in the game called the Skull of Mondane, and if you've been paying attention, Mondane was the wizard from the first game.
Did you reference this in a previous presentation by chance?
The Skull of Mondane?
Something, yeah. Like, I don't know why, but all of these things like sound like they popped up in previous.
If you use the Skull of Mondane, it destroys like the whole city you're in, and you block the game. Like, you fucked up the game. There's no recovering. Your stats go so low that you can never recover like anything again. And you could save the game and keep playing and maybe not realize this right away, but you fucked yourself over. So technically there's no other endings, but you can destroy the game. By the way, it starts at the Ren Fair. You go to a Ren Fair and you find like this this fortune teller who's there. Actually, the ticket guy at the Ren Fair is all like, I know you. You're the stranger. Go to the fortune teller. And you go there, and the fortune teller asks you a bunch of questions. And basically, TLDR, they ask you like, if someone steals your money, do you go after them or do you let them take it? And some of them are kind of complicated. Like a poor person steals a loaf of bread. Do you let them steal it because they're hungry, or do you go after them because that's that's justice?
That's
they
like
stole.
some college level ethics class. Shit.
And there's a lot of shit. Like basically, you answer these questions. That's how you determine what your class is. I already mentioned earlier that's how you determine your class. But technically, you can get every character in the game because each character. Oh, by the way, those are the tarot cards. They're not tarot cards, but like when she tells the fortune, they look like tarot cards. I don't have them labeled, but basically, I can tell third from the top. That's Valor, and then
upper right, that's a shepherd.
Yeah, exactly. Upper right's humility.
There's a fucking lamb in there, or sheep, whatever.
But so those are the companions from the PC version. I meant to put these all out. So these are the character names: Mariah the Mage, Iolo the Bard, Jeffrey the. By the way, this was the very first time I ever discovered the name Jeffrey spelled that way.
Wait, can you go back?
Oh, like Joffrey.
One slide real quick.
Yeah. This one? What about it?
Yeah, okay. Manuel, it's very obvious. The first one's the bard.
Oh!
The one with the plant is the druid.
Oh, you are right. Okay, Molly.
Damn.
I didn't label them. That's Justice, whoever the fuck that is, and so on. Yeah. And I guess it's the mage.
All the brain cells today. Damn.
Pretty obvious which one's which.
And that's the paladin in the bottom right, I guess. But anyways, Mariah the Mage, Julia the Tinkerer, Dupre the paladin.
Is that one guy using a snake as a weapon?
No, that's I think he's using a whip, if I'm not mistaken.
That's not how you hold a whip.
I know, but
that's like imagine holding a whip by the middle of the whip.
Well, okay, look at the graphics. The one on the bottom left, that's Katrina, obviously female, the shepherdess. So yeah.
How the fuck can you tell she's female?
Exactly. Anyways, I just want to throw this thing in there. Iolo is my favorite character, and these characters actually do appear in later games. By the way, if for example you become the paladin, like you pick the paladin class, Dupre still exists in the game, but you can't recruit him because you're the paladin.
What? A what?
The paladin. But anyways, Iolo's my favorite character. Iolo's the bard. I already said that in the previous slide.
No, seriously, Manuel, are they like cooking chicken right there or something?
Where, in this one?
I think in the next one they are cooking something.
They are.
Okay.
They're spit roasting something.
Okay, all right.
But look at that's Iolo doing his little stance. But look what he's doing. He's like, I can't. He's like, he's on like one knee, or like really dramatic.
Maybe he's dancing.
I am honored to join thee. So, in case you've been wondering, it is sort of a religion, and it's not a religion in real life, but it becomes a religion within the game.
I mean, it kind of looks like a lot of this was inspired off like Kabbalah.
Apparently, Richard Garriott was inspired by the Wizard of Oz for the three principles, like truth, love, and courage. Just like the lion is courage. I forget which one's which, but the scarecrow and the
I'm gonna assume that the Tin Man is love.
There you go, the heart. Anyways, but also, I cut that chart short because I want to make it bigger. But each one has a color, and this is the whole thing. It's not quite a Star of David, an 8-pointed star, but it kind of is because there's no top line. But yeah, basically, this is the holy symbol of the Avatar, basically within in game.
Wait,
and
Manuel, how many points does the Star of David have?
8.
Ah!
6.
No,
6. Sorry. Okay, I'm drunk.
Thank you so much.
He said 8.
I almost completely missed that.
It's not 8. It's 6.
No, I know it's 6, but we're going 8. We just let Manuel know it's 8.
It's the Star of David if one of the triangles just got longer. Anyway,
yeah.
It's like how many triangles are in this picture? Like,
but a lot of people think it's a Star of David. Like, no, it isn't because it gets bigger. Anyway, well, one of the triangles gets bigger.
I mean, depends how old
it's a messed up Star of David.
So most of the rest of the series deals with these ideals being challenged and so on. And yeah. So by the way, this is the way like the game does have an ending. When you beat the game and you see the whole thing, you become the Avatar. You become the paragon of virtue. It tells you, it gives you a number to call. They blocked out some of the numbers there. I think that's the way it is now too. If you play, they don't give you the phone number anymore, so you don't call a dead number. But basically, you call, and you would literally get an answering machine from Origin Systems. They would send you a certificate that you beat the game.
They used to do that with Pokemon. They had it where, like, if you sent a thing that like showed that you had all 150, actually like sent you like an actual fucking certificate.
Yeah. Final Fantasy, the acclaimed online MMO. They'll give you access to purchase a T-shirt if you do certain. I don't know.
Timertron isn't there. But anyways,
I am trying so hard not to reactivate that account.
So anyways, so the Ultimate series only gets better from here. It's real fast. I'm almost done. So the Avatar, he returns in all the mainline games from here on. It's no longer the stranger, it's the Avatar. Basically, these are some of the plots. He ends up fighting a twisted perversion of the Avatar religion, Ultima 5. He sees everything you thought was right challenge Ultima 6. By the way, that's the one where you find out that these gargoyles you think are an evil race, or by the way, ahead of its time, you think they're an evil race. It turns out they have a rich society, and that to them, you're the evil person who came and took their book, you know?
Frank.
And then in part 7, you find out that Britannia is no longer land of the virtuous. You find out that Lord British actually banished all the other kingdoms away to this other place, because you find where the kingdoms went. And then in part 8, it's actually called Pagan. In part 8, you end up having to disavow all the Avatar, virtues. You have to kill children in that game. Not even making that up. And so along the way, characters come and go. Some die, as in those companions you mentioned earlier. And the whole series is great. And honestly, it starts from here. Like the first 3 games are good games in their own right. But the Ultimate series really starts at 4. Like the first 3, honestly, if you look at the OG releases of the first 3, they're barely connected. A lot of that was retcon to make it sound as if they were. Oh, and we don't speak of Ultima 9 because that game sucks.
There's 9. Wait, they kept numbering them into 9. By
the way, in case you're wondering what happened,
are they all connected?
Yes. In case you're wondering what happened to the Ultimate series, EA happened. EA bought Origin Systems and ruined them. In case you ever play Sims 4. Before they brought it to Steam, you might notice that you have to use the Origin launcher, because that's all Origin exists as anymore. They're just the launcher for EA.
I think I had a free game just because it was like, hey, you get a free game if you download this
Ultima Online was also the first, I think it was the first real, true, full MMO ever. It was way before EverQuest. It was like the 90s. And it's still online, apparently. I'm like, what? It's still online? And not through fan servers. It's still online, apparently. But yeah, you can still play Ultima Online. So technically, the series still exists to this day.
Wait. What year was this?
1996, I think Ultima Online came out.
Shit, so that would have been... Yeah, okay, so that was like... Yeah, okay, Usenet was up, so... Damn,
yeah, okay. I mean, the internet's been around since the
Drink. I was thinking about in terms of functionality of playing online, because even right now online play is kind of fucky sometimes.
And there is a spiritual successor, quote unquote, to the series called Shroud of the Avatar. It's also an MMO. Richard Garriott worked on it. It's released recently, but a lot of people don't like it. It had a lot of issues with the 1987 apparently is when Ultima Online came out, but it had a lot of issues with the game itself. So I never really played either of them. But honestly, play Ultima 1 through 8. Get them on GOG for dirt. They're I think you could literally buy them for $10 when they're not on sale, but you can get them for $2 when they're on sale. Or you can even just download them.
The whole thing, or just
the whole series.
I might own a complete series of this because it was on sale for $1.
I got a minute. I got less than a minute to finish this, but anyways, real fast.
Yeah, Manuel,
well, I'll just keep. I'll go a little over. I'll take another minute. I'll take one more drink now.
Fun. Now take 10 of them.
So I've actually had the strongest urge to replay the Ultima and Wizardry series. In case you've been wondering about Wizardry, I drank. In case you're wondering about Wizardry, I didn't talk about this thing, but that's the game I got the name Alavik from. So and these are all classic computer RPGs that I used to play on the NES. So I have stories about them. But yeah, they're all cheap on GOG. And the good thing about GOG is that they're already come DOS boxed up. They already have all the settings done.
Oh god. Oh, okay.
But I think these are technically abandonware sorta. I don't know how that really works. You could just download them somewhere and just DOS box them yourself if you don't want to pay. But honestly, just pay and whatever. But anyways, and I do recommend the NES versions for 3 and 4. There are SNES versions for 5 and 6. Don't bother with those though. So yeah, honestly, the whole idea where you make yourself a better person and not fight a big bad, it's crazy. And we can all deal with a little virtue studying and all that bullshit. And yeah, fuck EA. Also, I want to point out, I didn't put a clip. Also, he's a little controversial because some of the stuff he's done here and there. But he's also has all these
Spoony.
Yeah, Spoony has a really famous series of videos about the Ultimate series. I love them.
You can't say shit about JonTron.
No. Well, Spoony also suffers from mental illness, and he's gone on record about this many a time. No, very severe mental illness. Like he's been he was homeless recently. I think he's homeless right now. So yeah, he's very, very, very messed up in the head. I don't know, not messed up. Sorry, that's very offensive. He's very not right.
No, that sounds like Homeboy's in a bad place.
He's not good. But it's like, he's apologized for a lot of shit he's done. It's like he hasn't been in a good place in his life. So yeah, but his videos are, and honestly, I don't think you can even watch the videos through him. I think he's deleted them all. You can watch them through uploads. I think there's a channel, I'm not even joking around, called Fuck Spoony that has re-uploaded the videos.
It's probably like what they did with Darkside Phil or whatever.
Also, he had this really funny joke that I used to love.
Drink.
It's in his Ultimate videos where he was like the Mexican avatar, and I just found that's what he's doing right there. By the way, he's doing the Mexican avatar.
A lot of like '90s humor, a lot of like early 2000s.
And that's it.
Don't be surprised.
But yeah, he was part of Channel Awesome too, and he had a lot of bullshit with him. Fun fact: nobody knows this, and even fucking what's his face, that guy who does the deep dives down the rabbit hole. He did a video on Spoony. He didn't mention that he made up with everyone at Channel Awesome way before that video was made. He was on Channel Awesome again during an interview, and he apologized for everything that happened. And then they even asked him what was up. He's like, I actually went to a mental hospital for months after that. So he had a lot of bullshit at that time. So
I don't know. It's like, well, I mean, you know what? The point is that hopefully he's in a better place.
Well, he's not in a better place right now, unfortunately. But hopefully he gets to a better place. Anyways, I'll drink one more time. Wait, where are your glasses?
I have to say this. She's never had glasses on. What are you talking about?
Wait, she had glasses earlier, right?
No, she didn't.
The Timertron VTuber models never had glasses. I don't know what you're talking about.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Yeah.
What the fuck, man?
She's for real.
Oh, 4 is free. 4 is free. Sorry to talk about this on thing, whatever. How dare they force Richard Gary to sell his company? Richard Gary did sell it, and I don't think he knew that EA was going to destroy it. But yeah, this was an EA. This is when EA was still like in its infancy. So yeah. Wait, are you serious about the glasses though?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You said literally the same thing like 30 minutes
drinking?
ago.
I hate you guys so much.
Manuel hasn't didn't drink yet.
I'll go next.
Manuel hasn't drank all week.
Hey,
Does anyone need a
What's going next?
Time.
He must be desensitized.
Wait!
Manuel,
Drink.
Wait, there were glasses.
Yeah, there's always been glasses on.
Always
God,
glasses.
we literally
Pay
just
attention.
went over this.
Manuel, do we need to have an intervention?
Wait, glasses on Callie right now or glasses on the drawing?
Yeah, I've been wearing
Timer
glasses this
John.
whole time.
There was a brief second where you weren't, though.
Damn,
What?
Molly!
Molly, why?
Oh, I'm sorry.
We were gaslighting him.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, even Mr. Chuck is like, are you trying to gaslight Manuel?
It was
How dare they? Well, anyways, Molly's
You know what I did do during your presentation, though, Manuel? I redid Timer-chan. She has all kinds of new features now. It's just a little less jank.
Does she have more booby bounce?
No, Booby Bounce is exactly the same. I just choked.
Oh my god, are you okay? That was so violent.
But like my cowlick will move when I blink. And
Oh, it
also
does.
like my breathing is like a fucking normal person now, and it's not fucking weird. Yeah, I changed a lot of stuff.
Molly.
Well, thanks for the cheering.
Wait, what did Molly say?
Cheers
That Molly
for
knows.
Timer-chan.
Yeah, Molly knows games better than. Oh, thank you. Molly knows games better than Manuel. What did Molly say that brought you to say that? Oh my God, Molly's doing ASMR.
Only Timer-chan. Manuel's probably mad that there's dead air. Let's make lots of dead air. Yeah, fuck you, Manuel.
Why did you say fuck you, man?
I think everyone's back in their places now.
God. Oh wait, we're all back. I love. Warren went to the. I guess Pleiades did too. I love that when you did that, he's like, "Fuck you, man." You're like, "What did I do?"
Everything.
By the way, I love that when you did the only Timertron thing, you left Timertron too. Makes sense. But it was just funny that you left Timertron. Timer. Oh my god! Let me close my thing. Spoony, the Spoony one.
Oh, I needed to. Oh, whatever. It's fine.
After selling Origins to the EA, he invested in Space Adventures and purchased that ticket. Oh, so that's what happened. But yeah, and became a space pilot. Yeah, I knew it was something because he never did NASA, but I know his dad was NASA.
Oh wait,
drink.
Well, let me put my Pepsi back in the freezer.
Can you see my screen?
Yeah. Oh wait, not yet. We haven't. I don't think she's turned it on. You can share it yet.
Oh.
Did I miss AMCR? Well, she's ASMRing right now. You
as
as in Molly. I know you're like scrunch. Is that so much you're eating? It's the bag that makes ASMR.
It's like a Timertron wink.
Wait, you can wink?
Oh, of course I can wink. Watch this. Wink.
Oh shit! That was actually. Can you wink in? I mean, obviously that's what you're doing. But can you wink in real life? I have some friends who cannot wink at all.
I honestly have a lot of trouble winking. That's why it's not very good.
It's like, it's like close just one eye. Oh shit! I just got. Oh, hey, Haro.
What's what you do when you're what's the shortcut on Windows to like go between screens?
Alt tab.
Thank you.
No, the space pilot part was talking about Ultima 1. I'm pretty sure that was possible last week. What was possible last week? Callie-chan? I mean, Timer-chan? Oh, by the way, I didn't want to say this like during the chat this week, but I'll say it now. It wasn't until I was uploading the DTL and then I was like, I edited some of my drunk shit out.
You edit your drunk shit out? We don't get given the same courtesy.
Yeah, actually, that's actually funny because like I do that. I've done that a lot before. Like there was that one time when me and Leslie remember that when me and Leslie argued for like an hour. Not argued. We had like that big discussion.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
I don't remember. I don't know if you were there. Actually, I don't know if you were there, Callie, but Molly remembers.
No, Callie was there.
But we had a discussion for like an hour, and I cut all that out of YouTube. That doesn't exist on the internet at all because the Twitch VOD is gone. But yeah, I don't do it often. But there are times when I go on mad drunk rants. I'm like, I'm gonna cut that out, and nobody else gets that benefit. But I actually cut some parts out. And it's funny because I actually cut some of your rants out when you were like, you didn't say anything. I did make sure because it was during your presentation, most of it. But like, there were parts where you got really frustrated, and some of those are gone. Like some of your like screaming at things, Callie. But
it wasn't during my presentation. I don't think. I think it was during Molly's presentation.
Oh no, the old one was just during the break. But last week was during your presentation. I said a bunch of drunk shit. Like me and Pleiades.
No.
Yeah, I cut that out of YouTube.
Oh, that's right. When I was just very focused on my thing, and you guys were yelling, and I just wasn't even paying attention.
There was a couple topips, but I didn't think they were bad, and I still stand by most of what I said.
Out some parts of my presentation, you ass.
I did. But your presentation was like an hour anyway.
Yeah, I would be fascinated to learn what it is that Manuel keeps out and how the conversation sounds as a result.
Well, I guess we can. There's a way to find this out. It's on YouTube.
Go on YouTube.
I'm not going to listen to myself talk.
Yeah, I actually hate listening to myself talk too.
I can't say I'm a fan.
I do kind of make sure that the jump cut isn't too jarring. Like it's not mid laugh or something like that. Like I try to wait. Like okay, when is there a little break in the talk, and then I cut
Manuel,
there.
What do you think of? And then it just cuts.
Yeah, just cuts.
And then it's like just nothing. Like it was never addressed.
It's like, hey Manuel, what do you think of Corona beer?
Hey, baby.
Corona beer.
What?
Coronavirus.
Coronavirus. Are we still doing that?
What?
It's been 10 years at this point.
I can't tell. I can't tell. I just fucking delta this, lambda that, whatever the fuck. I'm just like, I was just trying to adjust myself to not wear masks.
Everyone's dying now.
A friend of mine.
Don't put the fucking mask back on, Pleiades.
Yeah,
go figure.
I'm not even two things. I'm not even joking. I'm actually being dead serious here. a friend of a friend, I know that's not too complicated, but this is someone I've partied with at cons at least like twice. That's a long time, but still someone I kind of knew died of the virus like 2 days ago. And it was just like, oh my God, it's just so crazy thinking about that. I'm like, whoa. And then not only that, but within the past week, a friend of mine who does music promotion like in Malaysia, she went in for the first vaccine, and over there they test you before you get it. Here it's a kind of honor system. It's just like, have you felt the symptoms? No, but they test you before they do it, and it was negative. So she got the first shot, and then she went home and she started feeling the symptoms of the shot. And then as time went on, she's like, I don't think these are the symptoms. So she went in. And it turned out that, like, I guess she had the virus, but the it didn't show up on the test. I guess it was too soon.
Tests are super bad.
Yeah. So I guess the TLDR, she got the virus, but she got a really bad version, like maybe the Delta one. I don't know. I don't know that much. But apparently they were saying, like, thank God you at least had the first shot, because it's like this might have taken you out, you know, because she was like on some like. By on some shit, worse. I mean she was like intubated and shit like that. So she was on some shit. And it's funny because both the people, by the way, are younger than me and way more healthier than me. So I'm always like these are people you would not think that would like. It's like as if Pleiades got it, and
I might have. I feel like I might have actually gone.
I feel like I'm jinxing it by saying that. But you're vaxxed, right, Pleiades?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we're all vaxxed in this.
Pleiades, your quality's real shit.
Probably.
Oh, you could change that in the thingy.
Yeah, your video quality. No, like your quality as a person. What did you think I meant?
Your quality.
No, I had my
start mount. I called you.
I knew
again.
that.
You start.
I've been sharing for like 10 minutes.
Callie, turn it on.
Sorry, you didn't remind me.
I haven't set to 7.
We were waiting for Warren to come back.
Why is your screen weird?
I know you have like it's fine.
It's this way.
No, it's wide.
No.
It's long.
It looks like you're sharing it from a phone on vertical mode.
It's literally. Well, okay. Let me
that's weird.
Oops.
Wait,
no,
Pleiades, I think your quality's still bad. It's a setting in the program. It's the program's fault. I don't know.
There you go.
No, your quality's still shit, Pleiades.
It was not. Okay, I'm talking about.
There we go.
Yeah, there you go.
I figured out a way where I can see you guys, and I don't have to be in full screen. Okay, that's nice. My presentation was, I asked myself today, why the fuck is it so humid?
Okay, I noticed this as well.
Because it has been
supposed to be dry in Southern California, and it's been so humid, and I just thought I was just feeling things. You know what I mean? I thought I was totally in my head.
And we'll go through whether or not I actually found an answer to this question in this presentation.
Fascinating. All right, let's go with it.
Okay. So first, I'm comparing a lot of this to, because I'm from Minnesota, which is, everyone always says is a very humid place because there's so many lakes. And the first thing I did was look up average relative humidity in Los Angeles, which is this top one here. And also average relative humidity in Minneapolis, which is the bottom one here. And I was like, they're actually not as different as I thought they would be.
Yeah, they really don't. Yeah.
I
mean, I guess anywhere that snows is going to have high-ish humidity.
Yeah. But
you would have to have enough moisture around there.
But I was expecting Minnesota to be much higher because of how many, at least in the summer months. I was also surprised to find out that Minnesota is actually least humid in the summer. That does not make sense. That does not make sense to me.
The snow is humidity.
Yeah. So I was very confused. So I was like, what is going on here? Why is this a thing? Also, LA tends to have relatively high humidity, or this is relative humidity. And we'll talk about what relative humidity is. But I mean, it gets up to like 70, this isn't the 70%. And these are also averages. It can be higher or lower than this, of course. I apologize. I do not know what these averages, like when they're from.
We're winging it. It's cool.
But yeah, it says copyright 2020 or 2021, so recent-ish, I guess.
Week.
Okay, well, it's a year, Manuel, so I don't think it's from last week.
I'm not timing.
Timer two.
I think we might be able to get Manuel back into being convinced that Timer-chan didn't or did have glasses this entire time.
We're telling him you're going to do that.
I think we might.
So then I started doing the deep dive. Relative humidity. I was like, what is relative humidity? So it's the amount of atmospheric moisture present relative to the amount that would be present if the air were completely saturated. So it's basically how humid like you take the point at which like the air would be completely saturated, couldn't hold any more moisture. How far away from it is that? Or how far away from that is the humidity that's actually happening? That's relative humidity. And the relative humidity is determined. It's determined by how close the air temperature is to the dew point temperature. We're going to go over dew point in a second. The closer these values are, the higher the humidity is. So I did actually look up like the mathematical equation for this. It's not that complicated, but I was like, I don't need to put that in here. But you can find the mathematical equations for finding relative humidity and dew point. They're not super complicated. I mean, if you like algebra, it's not super complicated. The relative humidity is 100% when the dew point and the temperature are the same. So the dew point temperature, if the dew point temperature was 70 degrees and it was also 70 degrees outside, like the air temperature, then it would be 100% humidity. Okay, so now we have dew point. Dew point is the temperature to which air must be cooled in order to reach saturation. At that point, it needs to become liquid water, so there would be condensation, like dew, fog,
like stuff like in the morning, like the stuff you find on your windshield, on the grass, like leaves. Grass
the dew point is a better measurement of the amount of moisture that's actually in the air. So the dew point, also just remember that the dew point can never be higher than the temperature of the air, because when they're equal, that's 100% humidity. So it's like it can't be more than that. You can't have 120% humidity. You can't go above 100% for this. And no matter how hot the temperature gets, a dew point temperature always represents the same amount of water vapor in the air in absolute terms. But it represents different, but the relative humidity will change. So you could have the same amount of moisture in the air based on the dew point, but if, let's say the dew point is 70 and it's 100 degrees outside, there's the same amount of moisture in the air, but it's going to feel like there's going to be a lower relative humidity because they're not as close together.
Right.
The actual temperature and the dew point. Here's like kind of like an example here. This is a comic I found. At a low dew point, sweat evaporates easily because there is room in the air for more water vapor molecules. But at a high dew point, sweat builds up and won't evaporate because the air is already full of water vapor molecules. So
I have seriously been fucking dying.
That's we're gonna get into the heat index and all that stuff too, because
honestly, the issue for me has been the humidity, because like I've like I the last few weeks it's been so fucking humid, and I'm like, why? Like it's been hot for a long time. Why am I just now dying? And why does it feel so much better when I take a bath? And I didn't realize it was humidity. I don't know why I didn't realize this.
Yeah, because the thing is, well, we're gonna talk about the wet bulb temperature, but real quick, one of the things I read today during Warren's presentation. Sorry, Warren.
During Warren's presentation. Oh my God, Molly!
I literally started this like 20 minutes before the DTL. Was that so? The average human body is 98 degrees. So you would wonder, like why, wouldn't 98 degrees be like the perfect temperature for us then? Because it's exactly the temperature that's in our body. But they explained it where it's like our bodies are like a machine that needs to be cooled off.
Warren?
No. Oh, did I never add Warren back in?
Yeah.
No. Oh no, I'm sorry, Warren.
Oh no.
You can still hear us, right? You can still hear us though, right, Warren?
I accept your apology. It's cool.
We apologize.
You good?
But yeah, so the reason that 98 degrees is not like our perfect temperature is because our bodies need to be able to cool off, like an engine. If you think of like an engine, you don't want the inside of the engine to be the same temperature necessarily as the outside, because the engine needs to be able to cool off, and that's what sweating does. Sweating helps us cool because the water evaporates off of us, but if the water can't evaporate off of us, we don't cool off, and that brings the wet bulb temperature.
Wet bulb?
Wet bulb.
Oh, that's
Right
not
here.
much better than I was thinking.
Wet bulb. So the wet bulb temperature is the temperature that a wet thermometer in the shade measures as water evaporates freely off of it. This temperature will be lower than the temperature on a dry thermometer in the same place, which is known as a dry bulb temperature. And the difference between the two is one of the measures of humidity. The closer the wet bulb temperature gets to our body temperature, the less heat is lost, and the closer we are to heat death.
Whoa!
So,
Heat death!
that's literally what this is a direct quote.
Universe, let's go.
So basically,
dies,
with more
he dies.
moisture in the air, the wet bulb temperature will be higher because things will evaporate more slowly. And we don't just lose heat from sweating.
Drink.
It has to be also the sweat evaporating off of us is what makes us lose the heat.
Huh.
And so if you're just sweating but it's not evaporating, then you just feel wet.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I saw it's like
Callie
at
over
the
just
different-
dripping.
at the different dew points, it's like dry, like humid, muggy, soupy. It was like one of the
Soupy.
descriptions was soupy.
Ew.
Soupy.
That sounds nasty.
I don't know.
But yeah, so basically,
Soupy
it's just,
crazy.
a wet bulb is just kind of imitating evaporation of our sweat because the wet thermometer it's evaporating, which cools it off. So here's just some charts. This first one here has to do with the wet bulb temperatures. So remember, that's the temperature that a wet thermometer is in the shade. This is like what they say for athletes, I guess, at different wet bulb temperatures. Under 82, you're normal, have some breaks, but you're fine. 82 to 86.9. Use discretion for intense or prolonged exercise. Watch at-risk players carefully, and then have rest breaks and stuff. 87 to 89.9 degrees of wet bulb temperature. Don't practice for more than 2 hours. Apparently, for football, they start restricting what you should be wearing.
Football naked.
And all protective equipment must be removed for conditioning activities. And for all sports, provide at least 4 separate rest breaks, each hour of a minimum of 4 minutes each. I read somewhere that 88 degrees is where it starts being like an 88 degree wet bulb temperature is when it starts being like, no, like that's really dangerous.
Yeah.
And that was the issue, if you remember, back in, this has happened a couple times in the past couple of years, where in the UK, it's gotten up to like high 80s and people were dying and everyone's like, why are they dying? Like, we deal with 88 all the time. Like, why
really
is it so hot to
humid
them?
there?
It's because of this. It's because the wet bulb was also really high.
Mm.
So even though, 80 degrees with like very little humidity, so things can evaporate quickly, it's still a little bit dangerous because you can get dehydrated if your sweat evaporates too quickly. But, it's going to be a lot easier to deal with. Like, you can deal with 120 degrees in Arizona. I mean, maybe not, but you know what I mean? But like, go
under the shade.
But like,
if it's
120 degrees in like Florida, it would be, you would
that's
die.
a microwave.
Yeah.
Like,
at 90 to 92 degrees wet bulb temperature, maximum length of practice is 1 hour. No protective equipment may be worn. And there must be 20 minutes of rest breaks provided during the hour. And if it's over 92.1, you should not be working out outside.
Are you drinking a beer?
Yes, it's the only alcohol I had. I mean, besides like hard alcohol.
It just looks funny. Drinking like a glass.
Yeah, so
what it was.
if the wet bulb, this does not mean if the temperature is over 92.1 degrees, like the air temperature. This is specifically talking about the wet bulb temperature, which will be less than the temperature of the air. Always. And then this is the heat index, which is kind of, if anyone knows what wind chill is like what it actually, even though, it might be 10 degrees outside, the wind chill, like from the wind, it's making it feel like it's like -3.
Sorry, why did they even bother listing the fluids on that other chart?
Because it was, I don't know. I know it's the same for all of them. In general, if you're going to be exercising, drink water.
Oh,
or
you're
electrolyte
right.
drinks.
You're right. The fluids are the same, anyways.
I did not make this chart.
Drink. By the way, I like electrolyte drinks. Go drink your Gatorade or Powerade.
I've actually heard that what's better for electrolytes is if you just take some pink Himalayan salt and put that in some water to be honest, because there's more electrolytes in that, like different electrolytes in the salt than there are in Gatorade. And less of the sugar.
That is pretty much what hydrates.
Not
you,
saying like if
sodium.
Gatorade is what is available to you and you need electrolytes, drink that Gatorade. Like,
don't take too much pink Himalayan salt because that's like that jelly juice bullshit. But
yeah, you don't want to do too much. I mean, you don't want too much of anything. So it's something to be. Yeah. That's just literally. I just saw like one person saying this. It might not be true. Do your own research. I'm just saying.
By the way,
there are ways to get electrolytes besides like sports drinks.
Yeah, it's what plants crave.
It's triggering me that the last 0 on the 100 is off the peachy part in the background.
I am sorry, Manuel.
Yeah, this is triggering me that it's like slightly
off.
But
this is the heat index, which is kind of the opposite of wind chill. It's basically, this is the actual temperature is over here. This is the actual temperature that it is outside, and the relative humidity. So this is how humidity affects how we feel the temperature. And as you'll notice, so this line, like this top line here is 130 degrees. So this line here means it feels like 130 degrees. If you're at 100% humidity and it is 90 degrees, it will feel like 130 degrees. Whereas if it's 0% humidity, it won't feel like 130 degrees until you're at 140 degrees. Like it will, so this just kind of shows.
Oh, I'm sorry. This graph was confusing me.
Yeah, it was confusing to me at first too. But if you think of this line as like, this is 130 degrees, this line here is 120 degrees.
That's the part that was confusing me.
So at about 20% humidity, it looks like 10 to 20% humidity. That's when you're actually like getting like, you're accurately feeling what it feels like. I guess it actually kind of changes for all of them. Oh no, it's about 20%. Yeah, at about 20% humidity, you're going to feel what it actually feels like. Any more humidity than that, it's probably going to feel hotter than it actually is. And less than that, it might feel cooler than it actually is. So if you're in I looked it up. Apparently, it is basically impossible for there to be 0% humidity on Earth. But you can find places that are very low. It is possible that it feels cooler, than it actually is, similar to wind chill. But it also, humidity. So right now, spoiler alert to some future things, LA has been at about like 60 to 90% humidity lately. It's been very high. Yeah. And as I said,
it's also been cloudy as fuck. And I was like, why? How? What's going on?
From the averages before, I don't know if necessarily like 80% humidity is abnormal for LA, because with averages you don't really know, what the extremes are. But I do know that it has been from the average to higher as of late. And that was just for me doing like a cursory thing of looking at the average, like, or at the humidity
definitely
for like the past
been
like
way
30 days.
above the average recently.
Yeah, it's well, I think also the dew point has also been higher. So it's like both of them are higher. But basically, so let's say it's been at 80% and it's been about 90 degrees. So even though it's been 90 degrees, we've been feeling like 105.
Drink.
Yeah.
Which is weird. And I feel like apparent temperature, they also said that for a lot of people, it's different. People will experience it differently. But in general, the general effect of people for this heat index, this is people in high risk groups specifically. I don't know exactly what that means. I'm assuming they mean older or otherwise just not well. I don't know exactly what they mean.
Not like 100% like stable maybe, or like whatever the mean is. Probably they determine that.
But if the heat index is between 80 and 89 degrees, fatigue is possible with prolonged exposure and our physical activity outside, but it's not guaranteed. You're probably going to be okay. Once again, I'm talking about the heat index, what it feels like, not necessarily what it actually is. You have to look at both, because sometimes it might only be 70 degrees, but it feels like it's freaking 130. Like,
Yeah.
Okay. From 90 degrees to 104 degrees, sunstroke, heat cramps, or heat exhaustion are possible with prolonged exposure and or physical activity. But once again, not guaranteed. But still, you know, if it's possible, especially if you are in one of these high-risk groups, I'm hoping that anyone watching, because I don't know exactly what it is, that maybe you would know whether or not you're in one of these high-risk groups. From 105 degrees Fahrenheit to 129 degrees Fahrenheit, which is ridiculous. But once again, this is the heat index, not necessarily actually what temperature it is. Sunstroke, heat cramps, and heat exhaustion are likely. And heat stroke is also possible with prolonged exposure and or physical activity. And if the heat index is above or equal to 130 degrees Fahrenheit, heat and sunstroke is highly likely with continued exposure. Stay inside.
I almost died at this high-pay zoo one time. That was
that will happen. Unironically,
really funny story. Yeah,
absolutely possible.
I'm trying to think. So I remember I experienced almost 100% humidity in Japan, and it was probably about 80 degrees or so. So it was still we were only feeling about 90. But if it had been, 90 degrees, we would have been feeling 105. So it's and once again, I'm sure that this is not like necessarily 100% accurate, but it's kind of a good gauge.
Right.
So these are all reasons why it has been feeling hotter lately. It's all how the dew point and the humidity and the temperature kind of work together. And the wet bulb thing, I looked up what the difference was between these, besides obviously the numbers. And the wet bulb temperature, apparently there's like a lot of things they take into account. Like it's like humidity, it's the pressure, it's the wind, there's a whole lot of it. It's like a complicated thing. I did not want to look into that. But if anyone ever decides that they want to be a meteorologist, I think this is the kind of stuff that you do. So it is interesting.
When I was younger, I used to think a meteorologist actually studied meteors.
It does make sense that would happen.
Yeah, when I was in elementary school, not even joking. I was very upset when I found out what it was.
It does make sense.
These are literally from Wikipedia, which is why there's so many things. But first of all, I just wanted to say, even though you can't really see some of these numbers, I just want to point out that this is like 106 right here for May. And then in June, it's 104. And in Minnesota, it's also 100. Or this is Los Angeles, and this is Minnesota. These are the record highs. So I would just like to point out that Minnesota and LA actually have fairly similar temperatures in the summer.
Really?
Actually,
depending on where you are, yeah.
The average high, and this is specifically Minneapolis-St. Paul. This is taken at the Minneapolis-St. Paul airport, and this was taken at LAX. So, and this is from 1991 to 2020 for the normals, and the extremes are from 1871 to present. So that's a long period of time.
Who the fuck was taking? I guess people were always recording that shit.
And from LAX, it's once again also 1991 to 2020 for the normals, and then the extremes are 1944 to present. So if we look at like the average high in July in Minneapolis, it's 83.4, and in LA it's 83.7. It's like I feel like, but then if you look at the winter, the average high in Minneapolis is 23.6 Fahrenheit, and then in LA it's 66.3.
For those who don't know, the LAX airport is actually really far away from LA proper, and it's actually in a cooler part of Southern California. It's
that is true.
I think
so. Yeah,
it's a lot. It's pretty close to the ocean, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. It's like South
I will
Bay-ish.
give it that. If you go to even downtown LA isn't as hot as the Valley.
Oh, but
so there's part when I say the Valley, the Valley that like Sherman Oaks, Burbank, Van Nuys, and NoHo are in.
All those things are.
It's basically it's a valley in the mountains, and all the heat just sinks in there. And I recently moved to a valley. I'm not going to say which valley, but I recently moved to a valley, and I previously lived in West LA, which is like 3 miles from the ocean, and the temperature change is like 20 degrees.
Oh, I know.
Where's your Valley girl accent, Molly?
I didn't grow up in the valley.
Oh my God!
I don't think it's the same valley.
Oh my God!
I don't think
that is the valley they're talking about.
That is the valley they're talking about. Okay,
that is the valley they're talking about.
By the way, we get to drink. I forgot. But anyways, real fast, we have a mutual friend, myself and Molly named Paloma. She has a mad Valley Girl accent. I always think of her when I think of.
I love Paloma. She's cool.
She has a very Valley Girl accent, though. It's funny. Anyways,
do people who have Valley Girl accents like pick it? Or is it just like an
No, it's where you grew up.
It's so it's so
Ladies,
weird.
did you choose your accent?
I don't. Do I have an accent?
Yes.
Has an accent. There is
Everyone has an accent.
No, like legitimately though. Like
every single person has an accent.
Right.
Even if you have completely like what standardized English speech, American English speech, you still have an accent. That is an accent to someone.
Right, but what I mean is like Valley Girl, like that seems like more
To me,
special.
do you sound like you have an accent? No, but I still think that that's one of the things they teach you as a linguistic person is that every person, no one doesn't have an accent. Everyone has an accent.
Right.
Unless you're mute.
See,
unless you're mute. Okay.
I'm not gonna lie.
I think that perhaps Valley Girl might be more of an affectation than an accent.
There we go. That's a better way.
Well, I don't know. I don't think Paloma's putting it on.
I do understand what you're saying.
You do.
That's a better.
You don't have to put on an affectation unless that's the definition of affectation. I don't know the definition of affectation.
But I feel like, in a way, you could say that all accents are kind of affectations.
Yeah, but it is being artificial. Never mind. I didn't know the word definition of affectation.
Excuse me. I'm like coughing.
I have heard. No, I do not know this for sure, but I have heard from people in specifically like New Jersey.
Oh,
that there are men who don't really have a Jersey accent, but when they're talking to girls, they have a Jersey accent. So, like,
you Pleiades?
She's not from Jersey.
I grew up with someone. Who had a British accent only at school.
Oh, same. I think everyone had that kid at their school.
Okay, who was it? Katy Perry's ex.
Particularly insufferable.
Oh, that dude.
The one that committed murder?
Ex randomly just generated a fucking British accent. And people
Is he
were
the
like,
one that killed
There's
people?
Yes.
I saw a video on him. I'm video on him, actually.
Thank you for y'all. Y'all mentioning him is why I know about that. Thank you.
I knew you would like him, Pleiades. Okay, it wasn't Russell Brand. It wasn't Russell Brand.
Russell Brand is British.
He's also alive.
Drink and then keep going back to your presentation. We got
drink.
Matt sidetracked.
So really quick, if you look at the average relative humidities, once again of Minnesota and Los Angeles, I was very surprised to find Los Angeles is actually higher. As I said, I grew up in Minnesota. It feels very humid there. Not like Florida humid. That's a whole nother level of crazy. But because there's so many lakes, there's just so much moisture to be in the air.
I can you.
So it really
listen, imagine growing up in a city that was literally built over a swamp. Houston is a fucking hellhole for
the entire state of Florida.
There are over 15,000 lakes in Minnesota. I live across the street from a lake, and I'm within a mile of like 3 other lakes.
Listen,
but I know what you mean. But regardless, I was very surprised to see that LA is actually higher. That confused me a lot.
Maybe it's the way the air currents are or something.
And then if you look at the average dew point, in January for Minnesota is 4.1 degrees. So that's why, even though it's 69.9 degrees average humidity, at 4.41 degrees dew point, it does that is not, it doesn't feel humid. Even though it is actually fairly relatively humid, it doesn't feel like it because the dew point is so low until you get to the summer, and that's when it's in the 54, 60, 58, 49. And one of the things that I saw in an article was that part of it might be, and I'm not sure if this is true, but part of it could be because we don't feel it so much for so long of the year that once we do feel it, it's like, whoa.
Yeah. And so you notice it like just as a difference regardless, just because it's different from what you're used to.
And I saw that because I saw an article about like, yes, LA, what you're experiencing is humidity because this year apparently was very dry. But this summer has been slightly more humid, so it just feels way more humid because we're used to the drier climate.
Right. Okay, that makes sense.
And then the average dew point in Los Angeles.
I guess, but I was also just in Dallas a couple weeks ago, and it feels similar to Dallas.
I mean,
Dallas.
It might have been like at that point in time, like
I think you're getting a draw out of nowhere.
I was there for maybe like 4 days.
And weirdly enough, the dew point in LA also apparently has actually been higher than Minneapolis, and it just confuses me. And the only reason I can think of is because it's more regular throughout the year, so you just get used to it. Whereas in Minnesota, you're going from 4.1 to 60. It's like that is a big difference.
Ow! Sorry, I cracked my neck. It hurt. Anyways.
But I liked this chart because I just wanted to show people that Minnesota is not always cold. It's been 106 degrees.
there's that video that I think you shared where like somebody went outside of a school and they threw the cup of water and it turned out like it like froze in midair.
I mean, yeah, okay. Does it say where the record low is? Yes, so the record low in July is 43. The record low, and this is not the record low wind chill, just the record low is negative 32 degrees. I have felt this. Negative 32 degrees is almost it's like where Fahrenheit and Celsius meet. Or at like 33 they meet. At negative 33.
What coats are you wearing?
The record low in Minneapolis, St. Paul has been negative 41 without wind chill.
Hold on, drink. And I know what you meant by that, Pleiades, but that was just a funny question to ask. What clothes are you wearing?
But okay, here's the thing. The thing. I have gone to school.
Yeah.
You're over there obviously heating is required. You have to have heating in schools. I mean, I don't think you have to have heating in your house, but you should.
If you don't.
Because there was one time my parents' heating went out and it was like 40 degrees in their house. Only for a day. I mean, they were fine. But
I think heating is required in most places.
I texted my dad, I was like, are the dogs okay? He's like, is your dad okay? Like, I just cared about the dogs.
It's like, Molly, I understand. It's just like I've like experienced both extremes, like like Houston to Pennsylvania. It's like Jesus Christ. There's like literally like swamp ass fucking devil's ass crack to like goddamn frozen sub-zero like ass shit depending.
And that's one of the things about Minnesota. A lot of people just know it as being really cold because it is the coldest state. Or like one of the coldest states. At least.
Is it really?
I think St. Paul has had the coldest temperature in a major city in the United States.
Drink.
I mean, like you said, like with all the lakes around, like that's definitely going to cause like breezes and everything.
Mm-hmm. But the lakes do freeze over in the winter. You can go ice skating on the lakes or ice fishing. You can drive on the lakes. People do it.
Does that still affect the air currents if it's frozen still?
I don't know. I honestly don't know how that affects really anything. Besides the fact that you can walk on the lake.
Molly's just like walking on lakes.
Well, it's something that's fun. We had like all of our exchange students, and when my Japanese host sister came to visit, she came in the winter and we had her walk on the lake, and she was like, what is happening?
By the way, I went to go update, because I've been posting what the presentations are on Facebook, and I went to go update it, and I saw you had Necro to post from like 11 years ago, like from like, I guess like a host family.
Miku.
Yeah.
Every time I've been to Kyoto, except for the last time I went to Japan, Miku was my tour guide.
By the way, it's 28 minutes, so I don't know where you're at, but yeah.
Good.
I was not expecting this to last
you're good,
long.
but I'm just saying.
So here's, real quick, the relationship between dew point, air temperature, and relative humidity. So over here, we have the dew point temperature in degrees Fahrenheit. This is the air temperature in degrees Fahrenheit, and this is relative humidity. I mean, yeah, it just goes up. So basically, this is just kind of, at a relative humidity of 100%. If the temperature is that's 92 degrees, then the dew point's going to be 90 degrees. Like that's basically the same, or also going to be 92 degrees. That's just real quick. Here we have dew point temperature, what it feels like. So at less than 55 degrees, dew point's temperature. So it could still be 90 degrees. The dew point could be 55. It'll be pleasant. It will feel pleasant. It won't be super, super swampy or anything like that. 56 to 60 degrees, it'll be comfortable. 61 to 65, it's getting sticky. That's where it's been lately in LA. 66 to 70 is uncomfortable. 71 to 75 is oppressive. And 76 plus is miserable. So in Los Angeles, the past week or so, actually this was the past 30 days is apparently what I looked at. And this was like every hour they updated. It seems to have been around 60% to 90% humidity throughout the day. It changes drastically throughout the day. But the dew point seemed to stay in the low 60s. It was like, maybe 59, but around like 62, 63. And that is in the getting sticky range. In Minneapolis,
are you sticky, Molly?
I was today at work.
I imagine.
In Minneapolis, the past week. In Minneapolis, the past week or so, it seems to have been around 60 to 90% humidity as well. And the dew point has been from the low 60s to the low 70s. And that's when I was like, okay, maybe the averages, it's just like there's so many extremes. It's just like there's super humid days and super dry days. I don't know if they took out outliers. I just don't know.
Comparing them to each other too might be like different. Like
yeah. And I'm sure there's other things that might affect it as well. But also it has not been comfortably humid in LA lately. I don't know what the fuck this chart is saying, because there were definitely days that it said it was like in the comfortable range, and I was like, it was not comfortable.
Yeah. like there were some days where the temperature said it was low, but the whole like feeling how it actually feels or whatever. I'm like fuck that noise. I went outside. I'm like, I was bamboozled today.
But I think also it might be, I don't know if this chart is like saying like just how it feels just standing there.
Extra sticky.
I would love to know like what is the actual like meter sticks for this.
Well, this is just like kind of, I mean, this is just like a generalized kind of what people say. Certain people might not be comfortable at 56 degrees, and other people might be comfortable until 66 degrees. I don't know. It just like but in general, this is apparently what they've found, and I think that this is more like if you're just like sitting in that, not necessarily if you're like doing literally any movement. Because when I'm at work, I'm walking constantly. So, especially if I'm working outside, like 60 degree was probably not going to be comfortable for me anymore.
Yeah. Once you start making any sort of movements whatsoever, it's probably going to be
any sort of movement.
Especially as someone
like a lump on a log.
Like, I am not complaining about having to wear a mask. I am complaining about the fact that my face sweats before any other part of my body.
Yeah.
So my mask just gets like drenched, and then when I like take it off for break, or like to drink something or whatever, and I put it back on, it's moist and it's soft.
Yeah.
At least it's my own sweat.
Also, like around the back of your neck and
still
everything. Like, ugh.
So
global warming.
Why? I could not, in my limited research, find why the dew point would change beyond just temperatures being hotter. So global warming. Also, this is still not really explained much for me. But I learned some stuff about dew points, and now you have too. And then I was going to write about wet bulbs here, but I decided to do it sooner.
Oh.
And that is my presentation. I hope everyone learned something. Look at the dew point. The dew point is probably more important than humidity when it comes to deciding how sucky it's going to feel that day. I was really, this was like 6 slides. I was not expecting this to go so long.
Drink. I know. So far, you're technically the longest. So, I mean, but we're talking like by seconds over me, and we're still hitting the 30-minute range, which is amazing. So, yeah. So, are you done?
Yes, I am done.
Okay, I'm going to go pee, and I also take out some trash, and then Callie's going to go next. Oh, Pleiades got the jokes on himself. Oh, look, Timertron's moving. She's moving. She's dancing.
She's been moving this entire time.
I've been listening to Industry Baby on repeat.
I am slightly glad that I almost finished this beer, but this beer is 11%. It's a pretty strong beer.
Oh, that's actually a lot of alcohol for a beer. I never heard of a beer that high.
So Josh, for those that are watching that don't know, Josh is my boyfriend. He really likes milk stout. And I was trying to find a milk stout.
Ah. Well, keep going.
I don't think it actually has milk in it. I have no idea why it's called a milk stout. I like how the outline of Manuel is still there.
His ghost.
It's cursed.
But so I found this at Vaughn's, and it's called Dragon's Milk. And I was like, maybe that's a milk stout. I don't think it is, but it's still good.
Kink somewhere.
It's a bourbon barrel aged stout.
Ooh.
I like stouts in general. But they are heavy.
I was gonna say,
this is not something you would want to drink when the heat index is high.
I feel like I would have probably liked beer more if I'd actually had like decent beer growing up or like access to it. But like my closest thing was like hard liquor. And since thereafter, like my only exposure was like, again, going back to the whole like, hey, family, like, drinking all that shit. It's like, oh, here, have a sip of this beer, and it has like a little bit of lime and salt, or whatever, and like that tastes disgusting. I hate it.
As a kid, my parents just kept trying to get me to drink wine because I grew up in wine country.
What do you mean by kid? Like, how old were you?
Child.
I mean, literally from birth.
Like they took the bottle and they put the nipple over a beer can.
No, not
wine bottle.
I mean, like literally as far back as I can remember, because it would be like, because it wasn't just my parents; it was also other people's parents, and they were all very drunk, and it was like 11 p.m. and they'd be like, try this wine. So almost everyone that I grew up with, like, was tasting wine from a very, very, very young age. I always hated the taste. So they would always try to get me to drink it. And I would drink it. I'm like, this tastes like shit.
The one time I snuck out liquor out of my parents' cabinet and like put it into a medicine bottle because it was dark colored and there's no way they'd be able to tell. I was like, this is disgusting. Why would anybody ever fucking drink this?
I've never had to do that. My parents were always like, oh, grab the stuff from the top shelf. Oh, maybe Callie's not such a bore now.
Dang. Did they really say that?
My parents don't like
basically
have a top shelf. Like they don't organize their alcohol that way.
Oh, my parents don't either. Every alcohol they have is just kept on a very high shelf.
Oh. Ours is just in a cabinet.
Yeah.
Wait. How
but it's like on the
shelf, though?
Oh, where we kept our alcohol, it was above the fridge. It was the cabinet above the fridge.
I was gonna say, like,
we kept our
you would have to be old enough to reach.
Well, I mean, I wasn't trying to drink it. And actually, the first time I even bothered drinking my parents' alcohol was when I was 20 and we played Charlie McDennis. What a wild way to have alcohol for the first time.
Charlie McDennis.
What the fuck do you mean you don't know? You don't know what Charlie McDennis is, of all people?
Wait, is this a That's Always Sunny thing?
It is an Always Sunny thing.
That makes sense. Okay.
Well,
You've never seen Always Sunny?
I have.
I did. I don't remember that.
Yeah, I don't remember that.
They had 2 episodes about this.
Do you understand how many episodes there are in that series? Although I will say,
I remember the Dennis system.
The only drinking game I remember is the one from New Girl, and I've never been able to get a cohesive system of rules and have a group of friends who would be willing to play it.
Well, Charlie McDennis is also not like a real game. You can we kind of cobbled our own rules together because we're that kind of people. But Charlie McDennis is essentially you as a group come up with a bunch of dares and truth questions.
Wait, what are you talking about?
And then you put them all in it.
Your parents were into It's Always Sunny. That is so fucking
no. Oh no, God no. Oh God no. What? I don't know what may give you that idea.
We went into like parents and all. Wait, okay, so that
I drank my parents' alcohol because we were at my house, but I was playing Charlie McDennis with my friends.
There we go. Okay, that makes
sense.
Right.
Every time I turn on Always Sunny, they make fun of me for watching a low IQ television show.
It's not Rick and Morty.
Oh God, I feel bad.
I know. Hey, that they make fun of me for watching Rick and Morty too.
The abortion, the incest baby.
Oh my God, we're not talking about this. We're not talking about the incest baby. We're gonna go into my presentation.
Its name is Naruto.
It is?
I loved it. Yes, it is.
Wait, where the fuck did you hear this?
I watched it.
It was not in the episode.
Yes, it is. Not that episode. It's in the leaked episode.
Say that.
It's in the leaked episode.
Oh, it's in the leaked episode. It's the one that's coming out tomorrow.
No, it's the one the week after. For whatever reason, episode 7 got leaked, but not 6.
What?
Yeah,
I'm really very quite upset that apparently the incest baby is coming back. This is honestly the worst news I've heard in a long time.
Oh no, I love this.
Wait, why is it an incest baby?
We're not talking about this. We're not talking about this.
Because
we're not talking about this.
Have I
there were
told
giant
you guys?
alien sperm, and they were Morty's.
Oh, you watched it?
Yes. And in order to track the sperm, they were like, we need a giant egg, and so his sister Summer.
They didn't know it was Morty's
They didn't know it was Morty's sperm, and then one of the sperms, his name what was his name?
Squishy or some shit.
Squishy or something like that. Yeah, the good sperm, the one that wasn't trying to kill them. Made it to the egg, and they created a giant incest baby.
Which incidentally, that entire episode was just an MCU movie.
It was also
giant.
Have I mentioned that? Like,
I know.
Have I mentioned how much incest has like taken over like a lot?
No, we don't want to hear it.
Yeah. Anyways. No, it's actually funny. Anyways, yeah.
Come on, man. You're my stepbrother. Come on.
Yeah. Like, what are you doing?
Are you guys ready to get taken down by Twitch?
What are you doing, Step Timer-chan?
I don't know, man. They've done a lot of I don't know what.
Wait, what are you doing, Callie? I'm actually.
I'm doing exactly what you told me to do.
Oh, we're doing the titties. Let's go. Wait, are you doing actual titties? I don't know.
Oh,
yes,
nipples
we're doing actual titties.
Oh God, I thought you were actually nipples. I'm like, Callie, we can't do nipples.
Wait, okay, canonically speaking,
what's it there under?
Is Timer-chan?
What's it under? Does that count?
Canonically, what cup size is Timer-chan?
I don't know. Judge it for yourself.
I think she's like
know.
A C+.
Wait, is this Timer-chan?
I don't know what these proportions are.
Is this Timer-chan here?
How tall is she?
This isn't Timer-chan's boobs, right?
Yes,
I'm not
it
answering
is.
any questions.
Are you serious?
In the chat, somebody.
They're manual boobs.
Thank you, mystery.
Somebody start picking out what cup size these are. Molly, what cup size do you think these are?
They're at least. These are D's or G's.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they're really big.
I'm gonna change my sharing method really quick.
That's what I was thinking, but also like I've been told previously, it's like you don't know shit about cup size. I'm like, okay, yeah.
Well,
probably,
cup sizes are also weird.
These are definitely at least D's.
Oh fuck! Callie started yelling. Oh my god!
Like it would have been easier if I
Was that a
if I
yell?
knew
I
how
don't know.
tall
I
she
was talking normally from on my end.
Because if she's like, I don't even know, like 4'9", she could also be.
You know,
just be
cup size literally has nothing to do with your height.
No, proportion wise though.
But it does. I don't care. It has nothing to do with that.
Cup size has to do with the circumference
of the boob
literally
itself.
just below your boobs and the circumference of the boob.
It's a ratio. So it's literally how much it's a ratio. It has nothing to do with anything.
How many inches is difference between if you measure across here and you measure under the breast?
You can be a C and have it look like you have very small boobs because you are as yourself are very large.
That's the shit that's always tripped me out. Because like I've had friends and girlfriends who've had like a large range, and like there would be so many times where I'll hear a cup size and I'm like, oh shit, completely off base. I'm
actually gonna restart the timer because I forgot to pour a drink.
Hey, I want to say one thing. XQC is a bitch.
What?
No,
this is random.
There is an E and an F size, but I feel like you don't really.
Oh yeah, no, I mean it goes up even farther than that.
No, but Mr.
It's Homie Kanaka size. She's her own lane.
No, once you get to the full like fucking like hentai like stage where it's just like fucking,
also,
it's just like bigger than like your torso.
Yeah. Also, the cup sizes are obviously different in Japan as well, which is why.
Well, that's a whole other thing.
Oh, they're different everywhere.
Well, yeah, but I mean,
they're actually different in America as well.
And
yeah,
I only
in general.
I only put this up because
Japan
there
a
was
little weird.
There was a UPZ where Tiffany discussed buying bras in Japan. That's the only reason I'm using her as a mild reference, because she explained it to me too, to be honest. But she was going on basically like, which is why I guess she likes buying them. I don't think she's like an A cup per se, but like basically they're small. Their A through Ds are a lot like more.
There's
inclusive.
Probably less very. They're like there's more what's it called? Yeah, more in betweens because the
exactly.
The min and the max are closer together.
Yeah. So she's able to like find something that works better for her, I guess, because she's somewhere like she's not quite. I don't know what her actual US cup. I would have mentioned it. She did mention it on the stream, but I don't remember anyway. But
so
she's not exactly a size or a size. Yeah.
In preparation for this, I already did the movement. Everything that's not literally the boobs jiggling.
Wait, what movement?
So here's her breathing.
Oh, she's doing some DOA breathing.
And then, by the way, yes, the Z is very scuffed. I don't care.
By the way, I love the collarbone.
Here's
her face. Looks like a smiley.
Yes, thank you. I
didn't realize that. Yeah,
it's a smiley face.
I mean, looking up and down.
I mean, look at that boobs, okay? That's why it's smiling.
Yes, I can.
And here's her looking left and right.
I'm a part of this.
Okay. So each boob is a completely separate object as it is right now. And we're going to
parameters for how much they can move to side to side, or is that like a set like a preset?
How much they can move?
Yeah, like side to side and whatnot.
Dude, we can make them go off.
Whoa.
I mean, how much they move side to side is just up to our imagination.
Also,
okay.
If you ever played DOA Extreme Beach Volleyball, the one for the Xbox,
that one down that bad.
That one was famous.
Yeah, we'll make it ridiculous.
Each boob,
just for you, Pleiades.
No, don't do that.
I actually prefer more realistic.
Each boob was its own thing. So like the left boob could be like swirling, and the right boob could be like going up and down. And it just led to some hilarious.
To be fair, that is
like a WWE
game. Yeah, but I mean, like these were not real boob physics.
I just want to double check because, like, fucking, like experience.
Callie, what?
And like to add one more thing to like this thing is buying and like finding like a correct bra size a fucking nightmare.
It depends on your size.
It's a fucking nightmare for me. It depends on your boob shape.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's a lot of things. Like if you're more full, if you're not as full on the top, like there's like a full coverage bra, it will probably gap at the top, and then but the side, like if you're one of like the more extreme sizes, then like in either direction, it's probably going to be harder. If you're like a normal, not I mean, more like,
Normal?
common
If you were
size,
in normal
They
size.
Moderate
normal.
size?
like more common size. Then it can still be hard because they're all sold out.
Because they're all sold out.
Every single time, like I've known somebody
They
who's
turned
like
it to a
cross
PS5.
shopping, and it sounds like a fucking nightmare.
Oh
It's a
my
fucking
god.
nightmare. I fucking hate it.
I remember
It's
like
also
going...
like depending on where you go, the sizing is not consistent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
too.
true.
Like there have been places where I've been like literally a 32G. I shit you not. I am not a G cup. I don't know like what the fuck.
Did you
That's
were a
just so
G?
wild. Like,
Yeah.
You were a
Paying.
G?
Most places I'm 34B, 32C. But there was one time where I was like, especially with
That's like some Asia shit.
yeah,
Wait,
it was crazy.
Wait, 32's... Okay, I'm not going to talk about Molly's boobs. Anyways, I don't think she's that small, though.
32
32 C is perfectly normal.
So 32 is like
Is-
my
is
rib
the-
cage
the-
basically.
Yeah, but
Just the bands.
But the...
Oh,
I don't
that's
think... Are you a B? That seems small. But then
34B
again, I can't...
and 32C are basically the same.
It's just
So
like
if you
it's
go
different.
one number down and one letter up,
Damn, this might be the shortest fucking presentation ever. I'm kind of killing this shit right now.
Hey!
they're almost exactly the same. So like a 32B and a 30A would be very similar.
The way the boob is moving, it's like, hello, I'm a boob.
Hello, I'm a boob.
Or no, wait, other way
Can
around.
you
name
shake
is
your
Boo
hand?
Coon.
Can I shake your hand?
Drink. Wait, shake your hand. There's no... shake the
You can
nipple.
shake.
Come here, I want to shake your
Okay,
hand.
what the-
I want to shake your
You want to
hand.
shake our hand? Nice to meet you, boob. Like nice to meet you too.
Nice to
Hank.
meet you.
Don't do that, Callie. That's weird.
You're
Don't
weird.
say-
You make it spin in a circle like a windmill, but opposite
You
direction.
spin
Okay.
me
Okay.
right
Right
around,
around,
baby,
baby,
right
right
around,
around,
like
like
a
a
record,
record,
baby,
baby,
right
right
around,
around,
round.
round.
Let me fix this strap.
What is happening?
Here we go.
This is the best
Brian
presentation.
Spinners.
Oh,
Yeah,
Brian
for the record,
Spinners.
for the record,
They
Mr.
don't.
Tucker,
Hey, Leslie woke up.
Spinners.
I thought I heard she was a G cup too. That's why I was really confused. Like, Molly, you're no G cup. No offense.
No.
I don't know. Why was I talking
No, but
You're
no.
a G.
It was because
The,
I
the
ordered
shop
bras.
said she was a G cup.
I ordered bras from the UK where they do have more of a standardized
about
thing.
cuppy
And apparently there I am like,
A G cup?
yeah.
I mean, like, to be
But
fair,
I'm not gonna lie, I got some of the bras and some of them were too small. I was very confused.
What? So Molly's actually
But
like
I
an
think
H
it's because
cup.
they were like, you're like a 30G, and I was like, well, okay, I'll order it. And then it was, but I think it was more the 30 was too small. I am more of a 32 or a 31,
Oh.
but the G still, I feel like.
I had
mean,
But
they
also one of the things that happens is that like the actual cup in like a 32G the actual cup is going to be smaller than like a 36G. In some places. It just gets very confusing because it's like a B cup is not always a B cup. Like a 36B, the actual cup will be larger when it should be that the cup stays the same size no matter like throughout the letter,
Yes.
but it doesn't.
And then they have this thing called like sister sizes where
What?
it's like, oh, well, a 36D is the
That's
same
like-
as a
yeah.
38C.
It's like
What?
me being a 32C, 34B.
drink.
Yeah, they're
Oh, I
sister
see what you
sizes.
drink.
They are
Um,
literally the same size.
I had an ex-girlfriend who used to work at Victoria's Secret, and I
Oh,
remember.
they do vanity sizing there.
Well, she was there for a long time. Like she was there the whole time I was with her, and she was there a while before I met her. My point to bring this up is that I remember she used to always go on about like how important bra sizing. I laughed at
It
how
is.
important bra sizing was, but mainly bra fitting. And she used to point out that what a lot of people don't do correctly when they're wearing a bra is they don't adjust the straps. Because apparently
heard
that's
that.
very important. Like people just put it on and it's like, oh, well, apparently each time you put it on, you're supposed to like adjust the strap so that everything's like
You
where
should
it's where you
also,
want it or
like,
where it's supposed to
For
be.
any women that are watching, or sorry, anyone that is wearing a bra, you know, whatever you identify as,
Very
anyone that is
inclusive.
wearing a bra, your breast tissue does not end where you think it does. You can pull the stuff that's like under your armpit into the bra. That can make it
Side
much more
boob?
comfortable. And if what you're going for is more cleavage or more, you know,
Yeah.
oomph, that will also help. You don't have to do this. That is one of the things I've seen. Like leaning forward, it kind of like like the
Oh.
gravity then pulls it all forward.
Yeah,
Um,
I've seen. Okay.
It's almost like hydraulics.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Okay. Drink. Sorry,
She got that
drink.
fire.
So there used to be a reality show called Double Divas, and I'm so fucking pissed they canceled it. It
Double
was like
Divas?
one of the best
that
reality
show.
shows. Oh my god, wasn't it so good?
That was a great show.
Yeah, Google, what's Double Diva? Okay.
I'm Googling this too.
Double
Is it drag
Diva.
queen show?
No. It was
No,
just
they
these
did-
two women who owned a custom bra shop.
Oh shit!
Oh, they're from Kenneth,
Oh,
Georgia.
dang.
I won't.
Yeah, they would
I
have a
couldn't
lot
dox
of
you who
people
this
come
is.
in
Anyways.
that were just like not like common
I see.
sizes in either direction. And I remember there was an episode where they had a trans woman
Oop,
on,
I fucked that up.
and it was like it was really special because the woman was talking about how like a lot of bra shops just kind of turned her away and were like, we can't help you. And the people at Double Divas were like, well, fuck them. Like, we're gonna find you something that like makes you feel good, that you like, that makes you look good, that makes you feel sexy, or however you want to feel.
Empowered.
But yeah,
I
sorry,
love
Callie,
some of-
I like took over that. You were
For
just
what,
talking.
for what it's
I
worth,
love
I
some
will
of
say,
these.
I just want to say, for what it's worth, this is kind of like a different thing, but like I've noticed like buying like European clothes and Japanese clothes in general, or like buying stuff from like Korean shops, the
sizes are always
sizes
bullshit.
in general, like holy shit, like everything is like a size or something down, is fucking nuts.
Well, in Japan, a lot of clothes are just free size. They don't
Yeah,
have a
they
size.
just don't even bother.
Of which
Well,
I have
they're
noticed
great.
for me, the shirts usually fit
Well,
well.
why do I keep? Well, how am I fucking? What do I keep
But
fucking? Up?
pants,
I'm too drunk
pants
for this
are
already.
skirts are usually too
You
short on
just
me,
started.
and pants
Drink.
I just can't.
Oh, yeah, I
do.
said drink.
Mm.
But
the episode titles for Double Divas are great. The Gift of Lift, Cups Runneth Over.
Hell yeah! It was
fashion
honestly
show or
one of the
bust?
best reality shows of all time. You know where those people are now? You know
Oh.
where those people are now?
In major industry?
They're fucking hell. What the fuck do I keep doing wrong?
They're in hell?
No, sorry. They're on 90 Day Fiance. One of them is
shit.
engaged to yeah.
How's that episode going? How's that like the plot line
Leslie,
going
I
in this?
understand what you mean.
What did Leslie say?
Oh,
I
I have
said,
the wrong one selected.
but they
wearing
didn't
bottoms
like
is
it.
ass because of my height. Inner seam too short. Even when I got a yukata, technically my yukata is too short for me. Because you're supposed to have a fold over, and there's supposed to be a considerable amount that you fold, but I just have to fold less.
Oh, like fisherman pants.
But
Oh my god, finally.
my issue also with skirts, if this isn't an issue, because a lot of skirts are like
drink.
circle skirts,
Shit.
but like with shorts and stuff, it's just like, you know, I have more hippage than
Yeah.
is expected by the free size in Japan.
Listen,
Um,
look up what's it called? A fucking Fashion Nova or whatever. The only
Oh,
reason I say
Fashion Nova.
Yeah.
I'm not
You
proud of
fucking
this. I would not buy from them
flopper.
again, but I do have some shorts from Fashion Nova, and I will say they do fit well.
the
but-
reason I say this is because my girlfriend has a massive ass. Like I fucking love it.
Please.
And I
God.
know for a fact that it is a
Jesus.
nightmare.
Thank you, Mr. Otaku.
It's hard to find like stuff that
My
actually,
hips
like,
are
fits
better.
properly.
My hips are better than Pleiades.
Listen, I'm not talking about me,
Hip hop
my
again.
problems finding jeans.
Massive
Anyway,
ass.
it is
Dump
it is
truck
fucking
ass.
godlike. Like,
Dump
put
truck
this
of an
shit-
ass.
Put it on a fucking altar. Fucking worship this shit. Goddamn fucking bless it. Anyway,
This man, he knows what's up.
like their specific out and like maybe like quality isn't like 100% on a lot of like the producers, but really there are a lot of
Partially
producers
quality,
like specifically tailored
quality,
to
but
like actually have an ass.
Yeah, I will say that. I mean, I mean, maybe Callie and Manuel can somewhat vouch for this. I'm not saying I have a huge ass, but it is. My headphones came out.
Dang.
It is
Ooh, backwards. I'm very tipsy. This is
possibly
fucked
larger
up.
than some would expect. And some of the Fashion Nova
My ass
stuff,
is
I'm like,
probably-
I don't even fill it out, and I'm like, what?
It's
It's godlike. That's what they.
Wait,
that's
who's
Nova,
godlike?
okay?
Oh, that's my mom's
Fashion
ass.
Nova.
I'm like, did you just call
Fashion
Molly's
Nova
ass
is-
godlike?
Listen.
I wouldn't say that I'm godlike.
It would say
To
this
me,
is a
it
large
feels
bust.
pretty normal. Like I feel it's like in today's age, it's fairly proportional. When I was growing up in like the 90s,
You got made fun of or so.
I mean,
shit.
well, no, I was 5, so it wasn't there yet.
Oh,
but,
okay, never mind. I was like, I thought you meant like high school.
Yeah, I was
or
like in the
something.
90s.
but like, had I been the same age I am now in the 90s, it probably like people would be like, "Oh my gosh, that's too big." But like
Oh
nowadays,
my
I wouldn't
God.
say.
Becky, look
Look
at
at that,
her.
but
I will never understand
so
how
big.
like white people manage to fool everybody into thinking that big asses weren't a good thing. I don't understand.
I do agree, Leslie. It's the hip to waist ratio. It doesn't
That's
really
it.
matter the actual size of the butt or the hips. It's how it looks in comparison to the waist.
Sometimes
There are times when like, and we've actually,
everything's
not in a
like,
weird way. There are times we've actually had this conversation before. There are times when I'm like, Molly, you don't have a big ass or whatever. But then every so often, like, I think you've worn certain things. Where I'm like, what the hell? Like, where'd that come from?
Wow, Megan's like just straight to the.
I think a lot of it though is I do have a relatively small waist compared to my
It's all
hips
coming
and
together,
my
folks.
shoulders.
proportion.
Oh, there we go.
I'm not saying I'm not like.
Molly, toot your own horn.
Well, no, but I mean
Right.
like. Technically, I do have the golden ratio.
There you go. Talk about
Technically,
it. Talk
the way you
about
said
it.
it. Technically,
But,
Molly over here, like, I'm actually perfect.
Yo, you guys.
I wish I felt that way. No, but I think it's it is ratios of things I think are more almost more like
Hips don't lie.
like like people look at specific measurements, but it's like, okay, you could have like 30-inch hips, which is relatively smallish, I think. I don't actually know, but if your waist is 15 inches, that's still going to be a freaking huge difference. You know what I mean?
One piece.
Whereas if like your hips and your waist, and there's nothing wrong if your hips and your waist are like the same measurement, but it isn't going to be as much of a difference. Therefore, it may not like But I know what you mean, Manuel. There are, I noticed that with my chest, especially. There are certain shirts I wear where I'm like, where did this come from?
Well,
That's you counting yourself out, homegirl.
I don't think I've ever associated you with bigger boobs. I don't know.
I'm not. Which is interesting because I've dated a lot of guys who are like boob guys, and I'm like, there was one guy that I wasn't dating. Well, I guess we were kind of dating, but we never were like boyfriend and girlfriend. And
it wasn't defined.
He was always like, "Oh my god, your boobs are so big," and I was like, "Are they?" Like I was like, "I'm not trying to be like."
I think
like,
we're
put
done.
myself down. I was just like, "You're wrong."
Oh wait, no, there's
You're
one more thing.
wrong.
There's one more thing.
That could be true, Leslie.
What is this? If you have small waist, the boobs look bigger than they are.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I guess, but
I don't.
It's just funny. I remember, and this is mildly related to something you guys mentioned earlier. Whenever I think of Molly or Leslie's a good example too. Molly or Leslie, like I always imagine them a lot taller than they actually are in real life.
Really, we're both pretty tall.
I mean, you guys aren't compared to me, I guess.
Well, not compared to you, no, but
Leslie's gonna lie right here.
Well, me and Leslie, we're around the same height, right?
What height are y'all?
I'm like just under 5'7".
Yeah, I was like 5'7".
Yeah,
Leslie's around the same height as me.
Leslie's about 5'6". She's shorter than I am.
Leslie dead ass said her height in centimeters. What the hell is that? But
you're not.
This is America.
No, I'm 100
measurements.
I think I'm 170 centimeters, so we are very close.
Yeah,
I don't know what any of those numbers meant.
Leslie. But yeah,
yeah,
it's
Leslie,
funny
you're
'cause,
Amazon women.
And like I think in my head too, like I usually
Let's go. I'm dying tonight.
Isn't Callie taller than you, Molly? And I don't picture that either.
Very slightly, but yes.
Yeah. Like I think when I saw you guys again, I was like, "Wait, what's Callie so tall?"
And she's 5'7".
I'm 5'7.5".
Yeah, I just want to knock Callie over. She's too tall. But yeah, I'll just be mean now.
You're like 6.
I'm like 6'2"-ish.
Yeah. Well, I will say, like, okay, when I go to the doctor, I range anywhere from 5'6.5" to 5'6.75".
Question.
So I am somewhere in there. And there have been a lot of people that have been like, you have to be taller because you're taller than me and I'm 5'9". And I'm like, no, you're just shorter than you think you are.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's happened to me so many times.
Well, I used to always say I was like 6'3", 6'4", or whatever. Maybe I shrunk, I don't know. But at some point, like, because I had to get like, it's long story, but where I work, I have to get like regular physicals and whatever. And I've actually tracked my height. I'm like, wait, have I always been 6'2"? And I've been lying for years. So
you do seem pretty tall though, Manuel.
Yeah, and also a lot of it depends on whether I decide I want to stand up straight that day, because like I slouch a lot. That's a lot of people, I guess.
If you work at a computer, it's hard.
Stay with me, Leslie.
What is this?
But I think it's weird because some people do, and I've heard that apparently with like at least with headshots, it has to do with the ratio of your head width to your shoulders. If you have a thinner head or thinner face and broader shoulders, you appear taller. But if you have more narrow shoulders and a wider face, you appear shorter.
What was that?
All right. It's time to find it.
Warren took a picture the other day, or Leslie took it, I guess. But Warren got a picture. They went on a little date thing, and they got a picture. I think it's his profile picture on Facebook. And if you look at it, Warren looks like he's like a clamp boy because he has like it looks like his legs are like super long.
It's the angle. And I was
it's like tall.
I'm like 5'7".
I'm sure you'll see Manuel at a con someday.
Yeah,
he's just
Manuel's a lot taller than I am.
I'm just big and I'm just big.
I'm
just big.
And it's going to be
it's going to be all around. Let's just put it like that.
Happens.
I
will say this, Leslie. I don't know if it's just like a fucking like Hispanic thing or Latino thing, but like fucking like I swear to God. I'm like 5'8", and I am also of the tallest of my family. It is a wild ass thing.
But you also just from like looking at your torso, I think it must be because you have like a slightly thinner. I mean, your face isn't like I wouldn't say your face is thin, but compared to your shoulders, you do have broader shoulders and thinner face. You do look taller.
Wait, who? Pleiades?
But yeah.
Pleiades.
I don't have a Pleiades or Warren, but yeah. Wait, how tall are you, Pleiades?
That's why you can look at someone's headshot and be like, they look tall or they look short. Obviously, you can't tell. You're not even seeing the whole body. Well, even if you see the whole body, you can't really tell. You never know. Someone could just have weird ass proportions and like,
even like furniture. When the next to I'm like, maybe that bed's just really high. Maybe that table's like a low table. Like Molly has a fucking high ass bed apparently. Like
I do have a very high bed. Josh complains about it a lot.
I'm still confused on how like your whole
falling
system
out
works.
like trying to get out of bed to pee. Oh my god!
When you leave,
okay. I'm gonna.
When you leave, your chair is like really low compared.
My chair is very low because the thing I use as my desk is technically a console table. It's not actually a desk, so it's very low to the ground. Usually I would have my desk higher, but like okay, let's see if you can kind of see like my bed.
I was sitting on the ground the whole time.
Oh, it's like see,
it's like
that is tall.
Just below my hips.
That is pretty.
I guess somewhat high for a bed.
You know. Yeah, I think my bed is that same height too.
I have under bed storage space. Plus, I have there's drawers. So there's like
oh my god,
that makes
probably 2 feet before you actually get to the mattress, and then the mattress itself is probably over a foot because I'm.
Yeah, I've always thought you were on the floor until I noticed there was a chair.
Yeah, told me I thought you were on the floor.
No, my chair is literally on the lowest. Like it cannot go lower.
I think
this is if I raise my chair all the way up, then I'm like this.
But still,
if you notice, like I'm then my legs do not really fit underneath. I mean, they do actually. I guess I could have my chair like this.
I like how we're all
if you see,
talking about
so this is my dresser.
arrangement.
This is my dresser, and this is how low the desk is. Like, yeah.
We stopped looking at the boobs. Yeah, Haru's like nice boob movement. Drink, by the way.
Listen, good boob movement is hard to pin down.
Yeah, I always put my chair at the lowest.
I'm really close.
I put it at the lowest a lot of times because I slouch a lot. But every so often I forget, and I'll put my chair all the way up when I come back and I want to sit up straight. And then I'll notice the cameras like I'm slightly out of it or shit like that.
You still need to see my new place, though, Manuel.
I know. We got.
Wait,
I
Manuel,
gotta do things.
You've seen this bed before, though. Well, I don't know actually if you ever saw my room when you came over in my old apartment. Because I'm pretty sure I just like give you a tour. It's the same bed.
Yeah. Oh,
but
really?
I don't know if you remember. I mean, like we spent most of the time in the living room with Dan. It's not like
playing.
I just want to clarify. Me and Manuel did not spend like an extended time in my room.
I was gonna say, like, Manuel, you see my pet?
Molly.
This is an interesting chapter of the lore now.
But that was actually funny because that was when we played Cookie Mama and like that game's hilarious on the way.
How much Bitcoin did y'all mine?
We just drew with ketchup, and that was also when I learned Molly's a heathen, because
oh my god, you don't have to fucking You don't have to chill your cookie dough before you eat it. Manuel.
I love how you knew exactly what I was gonna say. Yeah, it's because like when Molly said she liked eating cookie dough, we all love eating cookie dough as far as I know. But I thought she was normal in that she ate it either out of the freezer or chilled or like chilled.
No, actually, chilled cookie dough is way worse.
Oh no, it's fucking best. But
It's
Molly,
Here's the thing,
when
though.
I went to Molly's house, she
chill
made cookie dough.
You chill cookie dough because then it doesn't spread as much when you bake it. But for eating it, it's not like I have to chill it first and then eat it. I can.
If you chill it first and then eat raw cookie dough, it tastes so much worse.
When I used to work at Subway.
I will say, I mean, this doesn't have anything to do with it, but we made vegan.
We made the boobs.
Everyone saw the boobs but you, because you never fucking look at us when you talk to us.
Yeah.
Wait,
But
Why don't you look at us, Manuel?
Why don't you look at us
I made it vegan so that Dan could eat it too, and it was still just as good. My favorite cookie dough recipe, I honestly don't remember. I found it. It was just online, but it had almond extract in it, and it was so fucking good.
But real fast, I wanted to mention that was just weird eating warm cookie dough, and I was like, Molly, what's wrong with you? But Callie, put the boobs back. I want to see them.
It wasn't warm. It was room temperature because we just hadn't put it in the fridge.
Yeah,
but I do eat warmed cookie dough. Like I'll get the Toll House cookie dough and just put it in the microwave for like 30 seconds, so it like warms it up.
I didn't finish it. So when I used to work at Subway, we used to have an employee meal that we would get every day, and we can get like a sandwich. We get whatever drinks we want, of course, but like a sandwich or cookies or chip. And I would always get cookies, and I would ring myself up for the 2 cookies. And I would go to the freezer and I would get 2 cookies and I would eat those.
Okay, so apparently you like cold cookies too.
Manuel's
I
fucking
would do that at
weird, yo.
McDonald's. I'm not gonna lie.
I would eat frozen. No, frozen cookies. I'd go to the freezer and eat like the cookie dough, like the cookie dough we haven't baked yet.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant it was
no.
that were baked
I mean, I would go in there and I get like my favorite was the white chip
Manuel.
macadamia. I love the way that tasted frozen. I would just go in there
I
and
love
take them
white
out the
chocolate.
box.
I just can't do macadamia nuts. They taste metallic to me.
Oh, I love macadamia.
It's actually one of the few times I said macadamia correctly. I always like add too many syllables.
Thank you,
Callie,
Wesley.
are you really not going to show the boobs again? I'm so upset.
I'll only show the boobs again. What embarrassing thing should Manuel do?
No.
Okay. Ooh.
Manuel, tell everyone what you work in.
No.
Dox yourself. Dox yourself.
No, you can't do
But hold
that.
on, that's not embarrassing, Manuel.
It's not embarrassing. I just don't. That's the other thing. It really isn't
Manuel just doesn't
embarrassing.
want people to
As
know.
far as I'm concerned,
I mean,
if you
it's
work-
not
If
embarrassing.
you work any,
I just
if you
Manuel
work
tried to
any
be my big
job,
spoon.
you shouldn't be embarrassed by it. Like
I will
it-
say
it-
why
right
are
now,
you
I've
embarrassed,
been with Manuel like
I'm
countless
not
number of
embarrassed. I just
times.
don't want to say it.
I have never seen Manuel without his shirt off.
I'm not gonna take off my shirt. I'm not gonna take off my shirt. That's what you're asking. By the way, I actually have another shirt under this. I'll lift it up enough so you can tell that I have another shirt under it.
How do you wear so much clothing?
Yeah, that's
Because
fine.
it's actually
Talk about
when
it.
I started the stream, it was actually kind of chilly in here, and so I actually was wearing a short sleeve shirt. Then I put this shirt on over it.
Anyways, we still need to figure out what embarrassing thing Manuel's gonna do.
But
Show off
technically, if I
your
took off the shirt, I
psoriasis.
would. I mean, like it's actually been doing better.
That's not embarrassing.
Yeah, it's actually been doing a lot better.
I'm going to
God.
the dermatologist finally for the first time in my life. I'm really excited about it.
I've actually been to way too many dermatologists in my life, but
I should go to the dermatologist
Manuel.
more often because my chance of getting skin
I
cancer
know
is
Manuel
very
can
high.
do. He can
I
talk
have
like this.
so many extremely concerning marks on my body that really need to get checked out. I got a really
Callie.
I got a really bad sunburn on my shoulders, and the next day I had a huge raised brown patch, and I was like, that's probably skin cancer, and I never got it checked.
Well, technically, I took off my shirt on camera. There, that's my other shirt underneath. There you go, guys.
You didn't do the embarrassing thing yet. We need to figure out what that is.
Anyway,
no,
just
it's
show the
not
boobs.
illegal.
Callie,
I'm already gonna eat my hat.
Everyone's
Molly.
already seen the boobs.
Give everybody a compliment.
Manuel, you're the one who needs to be.
Wait,
you
did
need to
everyone see
convince
the
me.
boobs? Was I just not
Everyone
looking?
saw the
Yeah.
boobs.
I saw it.
Manuel, give everybody a compliment.
Well, while you wait, I want to go take a pee until Manuel decides to do something.
I love you.
Manuel,
Warren.
give
Warren's the
Pleiades
best.
compliments.
Do Pleiades? Pleiades? I
3
think,
compliments. 3 good
I
compliments.
don't know if I have good compliments. Okay.
I know.
Mystery Otaku. Yeah, just watch them when you edit the video.
Actually, that's a very
Shut
good point. That's a very good
Mystery,
point.
why?
I'm not gonna lie. You know what I'm gonna do? I'll compliment Pleiades anyway, just for the heck of it. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna like find the footage, whatever. I'm gonna clip it. I'm gonna loop it in the corner. It'll replace the timertron down there, and it's gonna be just like. In case you were wondering why they were just boobs doing this for like the past 4 minutes, it was because of this argument we're having right now. Anyways, 3 compliments. I like the way you did that kintsugi thing. I don't think I meant it. Fun fact, by the way. Fun fact. It was way too complicated of a thing to do. When I did that last week, Molly wasn't here, but last week I did a presentation where I corrected, additioned, and like other things to some of my past presentations. A flip idea for that was to do like reactions to your guys' presentations I either never said or I learned more about or came up again in real life. And one of the things I was going to actually mention, amongst a ton of other things, was how I actually really liked your kintsugi one. And I don't think I mentioned that. I think I even made fun of you when you were doing it or talk shit. But
wow, what an asshole!
But that was a good presentation, and I actually liked it. And like it looked cool afterwards. I think I dead ass did talk shit, but I was also drunk, so.
I just assumed like you talk shit regardless. Just like that's how you show your love. That's what I'm assuming. Two.
You're surprisingly, even though I don't think you're very punctual, you're surprisingly on point when it comes to getting things done on time and doing things you say you're gonna do, which is a very unusual combination to have. Most people who have the flaw that I mentioned don't have the benefit I mentioned afterwards. It's very rare, or they're just like wishy-washy one way or the other. But you're very not punctual, but then you're very like still do what you got to do or what you say you're gonna do.
I might not be there on time, but I'll be there when you need me.
Yeah, and third one, I actually really like your hair. When your hair's down, look at the boobs! Look at the boobs! Oh god damn it, Callie, I wasn't looking. How long were they there?
I know. I want to
just put them there.
Okay. But I actually really like your hair when it's down. Like sometimes you walk. I don't think anyone ever sees this because it's like usually when we're not live. But when he walks in looking like Jesus, I'm like, what the fuck?
Not Jesus. Jesus.
Manuel's like,
Jesus.
I'm fucking tonight.
I've told you guys how I went to a grocery store and this mom had her like toddler and the toddler sneezed and the mom put her hand on the toddler's forehead and said, Jesus!
What the fuck? Where were you?
California.
His soul trying to leave his body, okay?
So, do we have confirmation on whose boobs
Callie.
these are, by the way?
Hooray!
Actually, yeah.
Jesus!
Callie, whose boobs did you model these after?
No, not
Who
that.
did I model this after?
Yeah, the
Not
boobs.
two, actually. That's not what I
Like,
meant.
where'd
But
you get
that's
the boob reference?
My brain. I don't know what to tell you.
Okay.
Callie over here just like, I've seen enough boobs.
I mean, in the mirror every fucking day. I don't know what to tell you. I mean, I've seen hundreds and hundreds of anime boobs in my life. I don't really need to look up reference for anime boobs. Although a funny story. I wanted to draw like hands. I wanted her to be like doing a pose with her arms or her hands, you know, like typical anime shit.
Right.
And I tried to look up a reference for that, and I just typed in anime boobs, and boy, was that a mistake.
Do you mean like when they kind of like when they not cup them, but they like shelf them? I don't know.
Hold on.
Well, that's
Like
what I was
this
thinking.
shit right here. Like,
Yeah, there you go.
No, not like that. It was either gonna be where they have their arms down and then pressed together, so the boobs are pressed together, or the other one
Like this?
was where they have.
Yeah.
Okay.
There you go.
Okay.
There you
So
go.
the first one you were
Here.
doing, Warren, was what I was trying to look up.
This
reference
one?
for.
This?
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
So like, but like the wrists like towards their boobs. No.
Like this?
Twist them 90 degrees.
Like this?
No. Yes. Okay,
like
closer, Molly, and now bend your wrists.
There we go. Yeah.
Forward.
Oh.
So they're like just your palms are hovering over your boobs.
So why don't you?
Yeah, Molly. Yeah.
Oh,
There
like
you go, there
this.
you go, Molly.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
like even farther, so that the wrists are just like broken over the boobs.
I remember.
We
No,
gotta
other
bring that anatomy as far
there
as
we go.
possible.
Molly's got it.
That's the
So-
So you're like flexing.
You
She's
you
doing the
can't
flex,
push your
but-
boobs together this way.
Yeah, you
There
can't.
was-
It's a really common anime pose.
There was this cosplaying friend of mine, and I remember she was doing it's by her own admission. She doesn't
I
have.
just realized I was
she
really
doesn't have-
yelling that whole
she
time.
doesn't
My neighbors
exactly
could
have
definitely hear me.
doesn't exactly have the biggest of boobs.
They're probably like,
And-
you want to see
and-
the boobs too.
One day she was cosplaying Puffy out Miyumi, like she was. I forgot.
I
I think she was
have
on me.
Yumi go.
But Well, the cartoon Puffy Yummy, not like real Puffy Yummy.
Everything is possible.
So the next day she's like, I'm gonna cosplay Morgan tomorrow, and me and some of the people we were with like, what? How are you gonna cosplay? For those who don't know Morgan from Darkstalkers, she's like this a succubus with like big anime titties, and we're like, huh? And she basically had this makeup technique where she like
you just draw titties on. It's what drag queens do.
Yeah, it pretty much only works until you get right up close to them, and it's like, wait,
yeah.
where'd they go?
I mean, it's what drag queens do too. So,
but yeah, I just remember, and it was so funny because like I remember she said like, oh yeah, I'm gonna do a makeup thing. It'll look really cool or whatever. And the friend I was with, she was all like, yeah, because you definitely don't have the boobs for that. We're like, what the fuck?
Wow.
What did you say? Which is true, but still, it's like don't say that.
I guess you can be Lilith now.
Fun, yeah, and like in my head, I wanted to make that joke, but my friend had already made like you have small titties jokes. I didn't want to make the joke again. For those who don't know, Lilith is another succubus character, but she has no boobs.
It's the same thing with like there are like girls that will cosplay as men, and like they'll like tape their boobs down, but then they like make the pec makeup to make it really look like they like have pecs.
Oh yeah,
instead, like the boobs become pecs.
What's her name? I can't remember this girl's name. There was this girl who used to cosplay. Fuck, I forgot the guy's name. One of the Yakuza guys from the game Yakuza, and
Yakuza.
She cosplayed him. No, she cosplayed this dude open shirt, and she basically
the dude with the eye patch.
Yeah, what's his name? I don't remember his name, but she cosplayed him, and I was so confused. I was like, wait, like where did your boobs go? I'm like,
Kiryu?
Yeah, to this day,
is that the one Kiryu Coco is named after?
Make them like towards your armpit.
Maybe.
Yeah. To this day, I'm confused where her boobs went. I like it's one of those. I think I did ask her,
it's
and
Goro.
she's just like, it just took a lot of.
Majima. That's right.
There you go. Oh, of course it's Majima. That's the one like everyone loves. But yeah,
is that the dude who like sings
Dame Dame? Shot. Why are they two taking shots? Double shots. Yeah, it is Goro Majima. Dame.
One day I'll play that fucking game and I'll understand that reference.
Okay, Pleiades, we're gonna take a shot, but then you're gonna start.
I don't think there's much to know about the reference.
Where is my shot glass? Hold on, I can't find my shot glass. You know what? I'll use this one. Yeah, it's clean enough. Dirty shot glass. By the way, did you guys know the Fairmont might not be open? It's having a lot of trouble reopening. Rip the Fairmont.
I'm on Maid Cafe staff, so yes, I did know that.
Yeah, rip the Fairmont. I'm actually really upset by that. Yeah, but like apparently they're going to become a Hilton, like one of the other Hilton brands, not Hilton, but they're going to become a Hilton branded hotel. But there's all this bullshit about the previous owners and like so on. But more importantly, the fact that it's not reopening, apparently the current people who are like maintaining the property don't have access to all the rooms. So more than likely, if like the room, like if they can't maintain it, like it might be years till like an extra year till it reopens. Because then when they finally get the access, they'd be like, "Oh, there's been a leak in these rooms, and now they're all moldy." You know, that kind of bullshit. Anyway,
because they're gonna be like by the time they have access, they're gonna be like dirty as shit and not like taken care of.
So there's a lot of worrisome things to that.
Shots. What are we taking a shot to?
To Gajima. To Goro. Yeah, Goro. To Gajima. Not to Goro Majima.
I'm gonna take a shot and go pee, and then I'll be.
Oh no! You know what? We take a shot to because we have two to the left boob and to the right boob. To the left boob. Yeah.
Oh, I'm dying.
Woo.
Oh, I can finally close the boobs.
Oh,
why would you ever
never close the boobs? Always
rule
boobs.
number one.
To the right boob. Yeah, to the right boob,
but not the left one. This one's to the left one.
This tastes like rubbing alcohol.
Yeah, all alcohol tastes like rubbing alcohol to me.
Okay.
Not that I know what that tastes like.
Not whiskey.
I'm gonna be right back. Oh my god, fuck.
Did your mom not make you gargle rubbing alcohol as a kid?
Wait, did you really do that?
No.
Your mom makes you
gargle? Are you okay? Are you safe? Callie?
I think you can do that.
Well,
yeah, you can. Yes,
I've gargled hydrogen peroxide when I've had like.
Yeah, that's total. That's yeah. So,
but you can also swallow hydrogen peroxide. I mean, you'll probably vomit.
No,
people do that to vomit.
You get fucked up.
Yeah, I was about to say you're really not supposed to do that.
Well, I don't think your body will accept it. It'll like make you vomit.
Well, it won't just. I mean, it's just the problem is it'll destroy all the bacteria, the good bacteria in your stomach.
Oh, well, that ain't good.
Yeah, don't do that.
And
Yeah, no, but
themselves.
my mom used to make me gargle all kinds of. It just sounded really weird, and I just realized that I stopped.
You say gargle a whole bunch of
Wait,
shit.
what happened? Wait, we were talking. What happened with this person? Clumsy head? What they say? Clumsy the seal? What they say? Were they saying crazy shit? I don't know who that.
I don't know
who
what
that
the fuck they're saying.
is. They deleted.
I'm just gonna ignore it.
That's fine. Use your best judgment. I don't know that person anyway. If you're cool, Clubby the seal, I apologize, but whatever you said, don't say it again.
Nah,
Anyway.
nah, don't worry about it.
You can see it.
doubt-
You can see
I
it on
doubt-
the Melon app
First of all,
screen.
Manuel, you can see all the undeleted chats in our Melon chat.
Yeah.
Oh, never mind. Also, I was going to mention, I don't think they're a good person to call Clubby the seal, but
Anyways,
but
doesn't matter.
I see it in the chat. You're right.
So my mom,
Yeah,
because my mom's
don't
like
say that
what's it called? What's it called? She just like holistic, but not like in a Eastern sort of way, but more just like try not drugging yourself first and then do the drugs, that kind of thing, as far as a medicine goes. So she used to make me gargle this thing called DAG, which is like a brand of some sort of, antibacterial something. I don't really know exactly what it is, to be honest. Which is really similar to isopropyl alcohol. And then also hydrogen peroxide. Actually, hydrogen peroxide, by the way, gargling hydrogen peroxide whitens your teeth. It's the main ingredient. It's the active ingredient in teeth whitener.
Didn't know that.
Yeah, you do also do that for for stains and all that shit. So makes sense.
It's do the drugs.
All right, guys, it's time. Leslie, you wanted to whiten your teeth this time.
But it is faster. Like it's way faster to use whitening strips because it's more concentrated. But yeah, gargling hydrogen peroxide won't do anything to it. Well, yeah, but I mean, yeah.
Beauty is pain.
I've switched some hydrogen peroxide for just like my teeth's health reasons, like for my gums and stuff. It's a perfectly valid replacement for like mouthwash.
Like mouthwash and whatnot.
Yeah, mouthwash.
Yeah, that is pretty good. It's time.
I did that when I had like a teeth surgery thing done, and I couldn't mess with it too much. Yeah, that was something I did. Still didn't really help that much, to be honest.
I was gonna say. Goro Majima.
All right, Manuel. What happened to everybody's compliments? You only got the Pleiades.
Well, I only asked them to do Pleiades.
I mean,
oh no, too bad. Now it's time to go for everybody else.
I love you, Warren.
No, man, you already tell me that all the time.
Oh, look at it.
Also,
I'm over here sound hella.
Also don't count.
What would you say?
Oh, excuse me. Sorry.
Comments on Warren's butt also don't count.
Oh, I was gonna say that too. Like, Warren, you have a nice ass.
Sorry, excuse me. Sorry, that was disgusting.
Man, that reminded me of one of my friends, because we were addressed to their funeral, and he drove through, and he was like, "Oh yeah, Warren." When I drove past, the first thing I noticed about you was your ass. I was like,
"What the fuck? Who says that?"
Your
what do you mean? Who says that? You say that.
Wait, Warren, your ass?
That's different.
Yeah, one of my buddies is like, "Yeah, Warren, that's what I noticed as soon as we drove by you. I noticed your ass." I was like, "What?"
Listen, Warren, I understand entirely. The one thing that my aunts would tell me was like, "Oh, he's got a butt" or something. And then also,
I don't want to hear that from my family members.
A random, it's just like a cute thing. It's not like a thing like that. But like also, randomly, if I'm in a Discord or whatever, like homies, whatever, but I never post a pic, someone mentions tattoo. I'm like, okay, cool. I get a chance to post a picture of this. And then one person fucking replies me trying to zoom in to see if you got boobs. I'm like, motherfucker!
What?
The thirst is real out here.
What is going on with people?
I think about you showing off your sleeve.
Yeah, but I'm because I'm so fucking thin, people are like, "Oh, is that a female? Is that a pheboid over there? They got anything over there that I can lust after?"
Correct me if I'm wrong. Haven't you shown your nipples here?
No, actually.
No, I think you have.
No, you told them pull up the skirt only.
Well, everyone is apparently showing wait, are you gonna show your feet, Warren?
Oh yeah.
Where's your feet? Where's the feet money coming? There we go, guys.
Why?
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Stop giving away the content for free.
I was gonna say you can't.
I thought Manuel wanted a feet.
You gotta do it the Ren way, because Ren, like I always point that out. Like whenever Ren's on, like the conversation, she just go to. Well, not so much recently. I don't think actually no, she still does. But every so often, like we joke about it, like and she's always showing off her feet. She's like, go, please buy my feet pics. And which really? Go do, like, by the way, patreon.com/renbunny. But go buy her feet pics. But she's always saying that, and she show her feet, and I'm like, why show your feet if you're telling people to buy them?
To be fair, you gotta give them a
demo.
Exactly.
Yeah,
it's like you gotta get the first taste is free, and then
it's drug dealer logic. There you go.
Honestly, it's every logic.
Also, but it just because Manuel was showing us some statistics from a FAP, I think.
Yeah, everybody looked it up because of feet. We talked about feet.
It was literally like half of the people who found it were looking up anime feet worship, and I just was like, oh my god, all I want to do is make money by drawing anime feet worship. That's all I want to do. It's not even like very sexual. It's just like it's just that's what I want to do.
Well, it's not sexual to you.
Well, I mean, it doesn't matter. Exactly. That's all that matters is that it's not sexual to me.
Today is the first time I ever saw this, but in all like the fucking like lewd accounts and shit that come across my timeline, today was the first time I found one of those specifically like lewd, aesthetically pleasing anime feet. This shit is growing like a goddamn disease. I swear to God.
You know what? I'll take it. I don't care.
Only one shows his nipples.
I much prefer it over the dudes who like the weird, like the illegal shit.
Have you ever tried to draw a hand?
A CP?
Drawing a good foot is what I imagine.
Whoa, what are we talking about? I kind of lost.
She said illegal stuff.
Well, that's the thing, though. That's the thing, though. You could just take pictures of your own foot and trace them, because anime feet aren't like special or different.
My foot.
Wait,
not my foot. My foot. I got grandma's ugly toes.
I got hobbit feet, man. I got hairy knuckles. I got hairy toe knuckles.
Well, that's the thing. It doesn't matter how hairy they are because you're just tracing it for anime feet.
Callie, just start selling anime feet pics on.
It's so tempting. I don't have any time though.
I've thought about this.
You have time now.
No, I really don't actually. I have less time than ever.
It's
drawing a bare left hand. Are you trying to offend my? Wait,
a bare hand. Like the hand is a bear. It is a bear claw.
Oh, it's a bear claw. Well, we're not talking about Dan Schneider love. Dan Schneider, I think, was also like a sexual predator. We're not talking about that. We're talking about doing this for like fun and like and money. Anyways, Pleiades, get ready to start your presentation.
Oh, we're cool. Okay, good.
Yeah. Well, we can talk about feet forever, but yeah, apparently, like it was funny because that
episode. There's a version to like show the screen, but like also have us like in profile to the left, right?
That's what we've been doing literally this whole time.
Yeah,
cool. I haven't been paying attention. So thank you very much for that.
It looks different. It looks. Oh man, there's some nasty burps. What were we talking about? Oh, yesterday the scat stuff. That was so funny.
The scat stuff. Yeah, we played on that for a long time. Not gonna lie.
That was like an hour of the show. Peeing into his mouth, and I talked about milking that cow and all the other shit. And
now, did you guys talk about Two Girls One Cup in response to Critical's video, or did that just happen to come up at the same time?
No, it's funny you mentioned that. I have not. I talked about Two Girls One Cup many times on Fat before because for a lot of reasons, I think it was subconscious because people were talking about that disturbing movie Iceberg, and unlike certain YouTubers, Wendigoon, I actually watched a lot of those movies. And
wait, hold on, are you shitting on my man Wendigoon right now?
Yeah, he didn't watch most of them. Anyways,
how many videos have you made? How many multi-hour long compilations have you made?
I've watched these. I mean, maybe that's why he has no time to watch the movies he's talking about. Anyways, so there's a lot of these movies I was watching, and a lot of the deeper parts of that iceberg are literally just scat porn and various versions of scat porn. And I've been talking about Two Girls One Cup because of that. So and then I'm coming back to answer your question. But last night Jordan brought it up because he had watched that video, and he one-upped us because I refuse to watch Two Girls One Cup again, even though I have seen probably worse. I just don't want to watch that particular video again. He went in and looked it up again, and he watched it again for like the first time in years.
Yeah, he was like, "It's real." I'm like, "Oh damn!" He actually went.
I have a question for you, Manuel.
Yes.
I've never seen Two Girls One Cup, but I could just sort of imagine what it looks like. I've had very vivid explanations. And Critical's whole thing was he's saying, oh, it was real. She actually shit that. There's no way she shit. What?
No, she literally shit. That part's 100% true.
She didn't just enema.
No,
stuff
you see her butthole. You see her butthole, and you see the shit come out into a cup.
I know. Couldn't you just enema?
I mean,
putting into your asshole.
At that point, you're still shitting out something.
I know, but it's not like it's not poop.
I mean,
it's not poop from her esophagus.
It kind of looked like poop. I don't want to talk about yeah.
I will say this. The for what I did watch in retrospect, the consistency of it is very interesting because it's not like poop.
There's no way it's poop.
It's like
there's no way it came from her intestine.
Okay, let me tell you this. Whether or not that movie's real, because that movie, he actually went to court. The guy who made it actually went to court for it, and he claimed it was chocolate ice cream or pudding or whatever, and he still lost that case. So apparently they determined it wasn't. But I don't know how they determined that. Why did he go
to court?
Because believe it or not, that breaks a lot of obscenity laws if you distribute it in certain areas. And this is the U.S. by the way. Like you can't go sell that shit probably in most of the South or the Bible Belt. I'm sure you can't sell it in Minnesota. But so he broke some laws for that, and I guess he went to court. If he go to prison, he just paid some fines. But my point to bring that up is that video did not exist in a vacuum. It was not the first. It was definitely not the last. And whether or not, I won't name names on this one, but I've had some friends even within A to J, and I won't name them. And you'd be surprised if you knew who they were, who were into some of this shit. And I remember she was just hey, you want to watch this video? What is that sound? Who was doing that?
That was
what noise?
Making
what
a
noise?
woo.
Oh, well, she showed me.
No,
this little group that we were talking about, these scat videos, and it was JAV particularly, and that shit was real, and I mean that, no pun intended.
Is it the coffee animal shit?
No, she was in a bathtub and she did I'll stop after this and we'll move on to Pleiades. But she was in a bathtub and she did all of the functions, and then just ate a cake in it and lived in it for a while and had sex in it.
Lived in it.
But yeah. And the whole time I'm like, whose fantasy is this?
Yeah, I don't know about that.
And at some point you don't want to judge someone's kink because no one's being hurt in this.
I try so hard not to judge
Okay, there's no way they're not getting infections from this shit.
Yeah, that's there has to be. I saw somebody the fucking.
And that's why I say that it's gotta be. I mean, at least from the description of the consistency of the poop in 2 Girls 1 Cup, it's gotta be not real poop.
It looks like soft serve. It's too consistent. It's just uniform as fuck.
But once they ate hella fiber, they're just
yeah.
I mean,
I've had fiber. I've had fucking Metamucil as fuck, but my poop don't come out like that.
Okay. When you got your poop at its softest, it's mostly water with some solid chunks in it.
That's what. No, let me tell you,
I
don't want to go into specifics, but I'll say this:
we're gonna share this.
Working at Subway, and working at a lot of the shitty jobs.
Working at Subway.
This is important. Working at Subway and several other these shitty jobs I've had. Literally, I've had to clean up shit in my life, and I mean that literally. Anyone who's ever worked a shitty job has had to do this, a minimum wage retail job eventually has probably cleaned up shit in their life.
Thank you, Callie.
Whoa! I told you not to do this, Pleiades.
Pleiades, you can't do that.
Real fast.
You can't share audio unless it's a Chrome tab.
I think most of you just haven't experienced
because we can hear ourselves.
I think most of you haven't experienced enough shit.
It's fucking gross.
Yeah, it's I think that shit could have been real. Whether it is or isn't, I don't know.
It does look kind of real, yo, and it does look kind of. I just looked at it right now.
Yeah, it could be real. I mean, I've seen shit like that where some asshole just decided I'm gonna shit on the floor, and I've seen.
I mean, the thing is just I'm saying statistically, the fact that it happened to be in this fucking porn.
It's just
fun fact.
I just realized I look like the cat. You guys, I look like the cat.
I only know this. I only. Oh, you do.
One try.
I only know this.
That's fine. We'll stop. But
I look like the cat.
Do it. No. Are you the cat that's all you said you were gonna do this, and it's something else.
You mean like the 2 white women?
It's the one. No, it's the one where they put the knife in front of the cat. I wonder if that's an item I can use here. Do they have a knife here? They don't have a knife. Darn it.
Pleiades, we're eating into your time. You only have 35 minutes, 40 minutes to do your presentation now.
Someone just requested my friend should be from my friend on Facebook, and they have the same birthday as me, but they're also a mutual friend of yours.
Who is it?
That's a bad sign. Please, let me try this.
All right, let me hear this. I have to hear who this friend is. Oh, definitely. Oh, yes. Okay.
Don't know what the fuck is going on.
I think it's stuff. Okay, Danny asked me, and they were like,
Danny,
do you know this person? And I was like, oh, not really. I thought Manuel. I was like, Manuel added a friend, so I thought it was tight. Because it was cool. It was pretty sus though. I need a reverse search that.
I don't want to dox them in case it's who I think it is, but I do think that picture looks like somebody I know, and I think this is just one of their fake names. But they had a lot of mutuals when they added me, so I'm like, oh, it's so and so who so and so knows, and that person who I thought knew them also had them as a friend. So I should probably ask them and go down this daisy chain. But I just this literally happened this morning.
There's 2 other people that I'm
with
them. You're not the only one.
Let me try to fucking share this shit. If it has an echo, then
Nope.
Oh, it echoed immediately. Oh, okay.
No, it's a problem with Melon. It's not your problem. It's a problem with Melon. You can't share audio unless it's a Chrome tab.
Oh, okay.
So
I wasn't sure if it was echoing immediately because I couldn't hear from my end. Okay.
Because it's literally sharing your desktop audio, including us.
Okay.
They have no. Oh shit! I clicked on the
wrong thing. This.
Drink.
45-minute warning. Yep, exactly.
I don't even know where my cup is. Fuck.
Fuck you. Anyways, do you want to go over the time? Yeah, we're gonna go over the time limit. You want to go over the time limit? Because this is how we go over the time limit. We were making such good time until this.
Hey, you went 30 minutes, Manuel.
We all went 30 minutes, which is fine. But now we're running into this problem with Pleiades.
No. Hold on.
I noticed when Callie finished presentation, we had not hit the 3-hour mark yet. And then when we started, we went on this whole scat thing. But to be honest, I was waiting for Pleiades because I told Pleiades when
I had my shit open.
Why haven't you been checking?
I was trying.
I mean, I did spend a ton of time begging to see boobs. I mean, isn't that like?
Next week, I'm gonna do foot. Like I'm gonna actually do sponge foot because it's a unpopular request. But unpopular request.
I remember I used to love the. Wait, did Pleiades leave? Oh no, he's still right there.
Nope.
Oh, Timer's running. 34 minutes.
He thought that you left because you're frozen. You still for hell for a second.
Those glasses look cool.
Well, that looks sick.
I actually like them for Timer. I mean, they're really cool look. You should give me a picture like that so I can put the. By the way, I don't think you noticed.
Here's the picture.
During the DTL, during my DTL, Timer was holding the Famicom cart of Ultima 4. And
I'll be honest, I was putting away my dishes.
You son of a bitch! You couldn't have missed that. You asked questions, so how'd you miss that presentation?
Y'all hear anything with this?
I don't think I did. I asked questions towards the end. I think.
Oh, okay, that does make sense. But you were interrupting me.
No,
ladies.
All right.
Does that mean that we just have to shut up?
That's fine.
Like while he do it?
There, I got it.
No, because he'll echo himself, I think, too.
Oh, that's so weird. So Melon is just fucked?
It's not as
fucked. No, there is a way to do it, but it's complicated and has to do with going to your own audio settings.
You'd have to remove certain mixers into the input.
I don't think you could do it through a stock computer. I could do it because I do monitor my own thingies, and I could just put don't send it to the desktop, just send it to my ears.
See. That's so weird.
And
all right, in that case, okay, I got it. Let me just share the window and fuck it, we'll just go with that.
I think you can still do that through here too, but it's complicated.
Pleiades, were you just sharing your audio through your mic?
I was trying to share.
I could hear something.
Oh wait, you could hear something?
I heard something just there.
Wait, hold on. Because I was thinking, like, oh, okay, if I just put this in as like a media source, then maybe it can play through it. Hold up.
Wait, what are you putting on your head, Cal?
I had cat ears on. Oops, shoot.
Oh, you did? I didn't even notice those.
Yeah, but I don't like them.
Oh.
So
wait, what were you gonna? Oh, you were gonna be the cat. Wait, why aren't you the cat anymore? You're doing the.
I don't know what you're referencing. I don't know what you're talking about. I was just putting on cat ears.
You were doing the cat. Shut up. You said it yourself.
No, I genuinely have no idea what you're talking about.
You said you were being the cat earlier. That meme.
Oh yeah, that's why I put the cat ears.
Oh yeah,
on to keep the cat.
I know that. Why are you saying you don't know what I'm talking about? Anyway.
Well, because I forgot.
It was 5 minutes ago, Callie. Are you okay?
No,
some people do forget though.
How many times must I tell you that I've never been okay?
Pleiades, you were dead ass eating up a lot of your time.
I know, because I thought I had this set up to begin with.
Wait, say something? Oh no, we're echoing.
I'm right here. I am right here.
If I peed on the floor, would anyone judge me?
Yes.
You know what?
I wouldn't.
I'm just gonna share
Okay, I'll
this,
pee on the floor.
and then
I'll
I'm
fight
gonna
you,
stop
your whole
sharing, but I'm gonna
family.
share it with just the window. And fuck it.
Even if you share it with just the window, the audio will still not work.
That's fine.
Just don't click
We
the
don't
button.
need
Yeah,
it.
don't click the button that says share audio if you're gonna do that. Thank
Drink
you. We'll stay.
We
like
don't
for
need it.
the sixth, seventh time.
That's fine. Fuck it. I will actually sing along.
Oh, cool.
What
Let's
is
go.
this? Yeah, sing it. Cha-la.
Head chala. They go who the karate to the
Right now, I want you to imagine somebody pressing on just banging the keys on a keyboard, and like the lowest tone. Meanwhile, somebody in the background is in the very faintly saying, "Oh my God, my baby! Somebody save my baby, please!"
And it's a cat.
Wait,
it's not.
cat?
That's my. Hold on.
Oh.
Kids
Using your cat as
show.
Spencer?
Kids show. Oh, good Lord, it's a kids show. Kids show. Kids
And actually the audio?
show. Change the channel for more
Drink.
kids.
God,
Did we really? Did we
Oh, you
really?
are actually gonna do the whitest kids you know.
Did we really spend 8 minutes just so you could sing that song? Anyways?
I was trying to actually get it to go through. I swear to God, there's probably a work there to do, but I'm too drunk to figure it out. Anyway, what this actual thing is about the best show that got canceled right on time, and I have no idea how the fuck it got funded in the first place. That is a show called Wonder Showzen.
We talked about this in our chat because of the puppet.
I know, and then I had to go ahead and bring it up.
And I thought from how you talked about it, I thought you were saying that it was a section of Whitest Kids You Know.
I mean, it would fit right in line, honestly. What it basically was like an early 2000s to fuck.
Chala.
Actually, beginning in 2000, more or less to the end of 2000s, kind of thing, where it was in that range where you could do wild ass shit, and it was just kind of it just flew by because I mean that was just kind of the temper, it was the temper at the time. You would have a combination of sort of what's it called, Sesame Street, but also very clearly not for children. Oh wait, hold on. Let me make sure this showed up properly. Oh, okay. Wait. Fuck. Wait. Did it show up? Damn it. I don't know. It just shows that. Wait. Is it just?
We're just seeing a cat.
God damn it. It's not that's my precious cat, Selena, right there. Hold up. I just gotta put it to the window.
Chala.
Hey, chala. Sparking.
I only know that from watching. Well, not only, but I mostly just watch Dragon Ball Abridged. Maybe I do only know from
Unironically, Dragon Ball Abridged is probably better than Dragon Ball.
Unironically, Dragon Ball Abridged is better than Dragon Ball, and that's why it's the only one I watched. Except that I did actually, the only real Dragon Ball I've watched is the Saiyaman arc, and I watched Dragon Ball. What's the newest Dragon Ball?
There is no Saiyaman arc. Fuck you talking about.
And then
there's a Saiyaman arc.
And then
so essentially, what this show wound up being was a mix of puppets and kids talking.
I love puppets.
And also
everybody loves puppets.
Wild ass cartoons. What this would be a really good descriptor of is kind of like the earliest sort of prototype for Adult Swim live action shows.
Let's do the Switchblade.
Yeah, sure. It's like, oh, hey, kid, blah, blah, Bible. And it's like, okay, normally it's a show where it's like, okay, Bible, kid, be good. And then what happens, the Bible winds up like chugging liquor and there's heroin and shit like that. Cool. Funny sort of like nuance thing, or like, if you didn't notice, this whole meme right here actually was derived from Wonder Showzen, specifically from the sequences where they would go ahead and ask small children, like as actors, child actors, questions about life, and they would just give the best kind of responses. Like, for example, what is heaven? When you order a 6-piece nuggets and they give you 7 and a switchblade. Or
what?
Yeah. Or when what happens when you die? The military tries to cover it up by calling it heroism.
What the fuck? What did I miss?
The best fucking
These
show
are the
on earth,
questions,
Manuel.
son. These are the questions. When is it okay to lie? It's okay to lie to your own ass.
Warren over here lying to his ass.
Oh my god.
I'm okay. Just look at my ass. Like, I'm
wait.
okay.
Did we confirm earlier that Warren, Pleiades, and Molly all have like big asses or something?
We'll have an ass war at some point.
I just have. Oh, I'm gonna lose this one. I'll let you guys fight. I'll be in there. Just
Well, then again, Molly and Pleiades have had this argument. No, not ass. Anyways. It just dawned on me to talk about ass.
Anyways.
Point being, the child actors in this show are fucking like unparalleled.
He looks like a bully.
He does look like a bully.
He looks like the kind of 90s stereotypical bully on a show.
Because he's got like his hair actually like groomed and shit.
No, I mean
it's
that
fine.
too, but the look on
fine.
his face, the way he like kind of like, it's like he was bullying kids
Oh
in like on Saved by the Bell. Not Saved by the Bell, but like something younger than that, and as declassified.
But incidentally, they would. That's not the only thing they would do. They would also occasionally go out on the street.
By the way, what is this? Woo! I hate myself.
Oh yeah, no, they ask because they ask the kid, "Hey, what is love?" Kid says, "Woo! I hate myself. I hate myself. I hate myself." Which is an apt response as far as I'm concerned, but that isn't the limit of the like production with this show. What were other stints? Another stint was called Beat Kids.
Beeped kids?
Yeah, beat kids. Like kids would be out on the street checking the beat of like what's happening and like what's hot today, you know?
That is not what I first thought it was going to be.
Yeah, I thought it would be beep kids, and they say fucking shit.
No, beat kids.
I thought it was going to be beat kids, like you're beating kids. I was like,
oh my god, Molly.
No, it's
Molly?
beat kids.
Dang.
Like here we have an aspiring young actress going and saying, "Hey, today we're learning about Wall Street." Going up to random people asking, "Hey, when the revolution comes, where will you hide?"
Trick question, because no, there'll never be a revolution.
I don't understand the level of composure these children must have had, or like maybe I don't even know. But the reception of all of this is best show. And you know what? I'm glad that this is all just images that I'm able to show, because if I had videos, chances are you wouldn't have a reason to go and actually watch the whole show. But while that's going on, did they just have the kids go? No, absolutely not. They also had skits with puppets. One being a very popular puppet.
Callie comes back for the puppets.
Of course. Possibly one of the most famous puppets. And it's fine. There's no audio here, but that's fine. This right here, in the background here, this blue figure right here is screaming, "I'm going to kill you. I'm going to kill you." Now he's trying to talk to a dog puppet. It is not going to go well in the loudest shrieking type of voice possible. And the second Callie made a puppet, this is the first thing I was thinking of. This puppet, if you search on YouTube, he has like clips. What's that?
I say before Callie's puppet was finished and like fully formed, it looked a lot like this. Drink. But yeah.
It did. The only difference is like the eyes are like more like popped out like bug eyes.
If you search this Clarence, the puppet, on YouTube, you will find clips of this same puppet getting assaulted because he was not in at the right place at the right time.
I was really upset that my favorite clip only exists as like a fucking Code Geass or Gundam parody, which is where he's like talking, he's harassing some dude, and then the dude gets really pissed, and then the dude's like put take your camera away from me. And he's like, and Clarence is like, sir, you're walking towards the camera. You are moving towards the camera. You please, sir, move away from my camera. Please move away from my camera.
The thing about the show is it had absolutely no chill.
Sir, you're breaking the camera.
It was originally pitched to the USA channel. Eventually, it wound up on MTV2, which I didn't get a chance to watch.
What world would it have aired on USA?
This is a very good question.
Yeah, that's really interesting that that's what they try to pitch us to.
I mean, like, this is a weird question. Duckman actually like aired on it, like not at the same time, but they were just shopping it around.
To be fair, I mean, yeah, I was gonna say you pitched to everyone that'll listen to you. So
this is very true. But like, yo, hello, officer. How long have you been a cop?
Oh,
this is.
I'm like, I just thought I'm talking to it. I mean, people make that pitch all the time.
Looks like now.
What? What does that say?
This is Trevor Hines, the same kid.
Oh, wait, what's that thing say? What is that?
He's just like had an AMA on Reddit.
This dude looks like a dude I work with.
Oh my god!
Oh, plot twist!
Oh, man. Was he on Showzen asking about what are you doing, officer, or whatever that line was?
I don't think so.
Is he Trevor?
Needless to say, didn't get a whole lot of friendly attention from the mainstream for whatever people wound up watching it, right? Specifically,
should have been on Adult Swim.
It should have been at that time. I don't think Adult Swim existed.
Definitely. Well, I don't know. Actually,
there was a certain point. Surprisingly, I was only able to find one specific clip of angry Jesus shit where people were like, were one of those like a very, what's it called, devout kind of evangelist priest actually like took clips of Wonder Showzen and put it up as part of their sermon to say like, oh, this show is satanic. I don't know how there's only one instance of this.
I mean,
this doesn't
they probably didn't put it up anywhere.
I couldn't find any other. Oh, of course, and then of course they have the clip right here of like homeboy beating God at rock paper scissors. But nonetheless, this show had about 2 seasons, and honestly, Callie, what was it that you said about the last Rick and Morty episode?
That it was awful.
And what was your theory about it?
I didn't have a theory. I said it was bad. Oh, you were saying that. Oh, I was saying that they made it bad on purpose.
So when you said that,
and I know that they did.
It absolutely was. For anybody who like who isn't in the know about Rick and Morty or whatever,
I think my theory was something closer to like they were trying to get canceled, but obviously they were making a bad episode on purpose.
So here's the thing: there is wait, hold up. Let me make sure this isn't already on my playlist. Because if it is, it's gonna like save me a whole lot of time. It's not. All right, cool. So the thing about it is that Rick and Morty isn't alone in this. I think there's this thing where when you run into a show that's like edgy or quote unquote edgy, I guess would be the best way of saying it. You have a limited runtime. There is going to be a point where you run out of things to say because the majority of what you're trying to communicate is like reactionary, right? So with Rick and Morty, it's kind of like, oh, we need more stuff to be fucked up. Otherwise, like we don't actually have something to build plots on top of. At least that's the kind of delivery I had. And the reason that one specific episode or like had like such a claim on me is that let me hopefully okay. Yeah, there is a specific episode of Wonder Showzen where they wind up in a sort of like time warp, teaching how to cooperate or what. Also, yes, this is what's his face from what's it called? Arrested Development. Tobias.
Drink. Tobias, yes.
And then at a certain point, this episode, because of its theme or whatever, pseudo theme of trying to teach people lessons, cooperation, it winds up becoming a composite of its own episode where it splits off, and then while the rest of the episode plays, another, like, the rewound previous part of the episode plays, and then that splits off and it repeats.
Fuck.
Yeah, and then it keeps going, just more shit, and then it repeats.
Like mind blowing.
There's more like ridiculous shit. It becomes completely unwatchable. They actually, literally on record, were trying to get canceled. And it's like, I think this, there's only like I'd be amazed. I'd be very fascinated to know like what shows wind up falling into this hole. Because I know for a fact that Trey and Matt Parker reference this kind of like phenomenon with South Park a lot, where it's like, yeah, we just kept writing shit, trying to get canceled, and they just never did. And I'm wondering how often this happens. Because, Callie, I'm kind of online. Like, that was intentionally shitty. There's no way.
It was obviously intentional. They even talk, like, they reference it in the episode. But it actually happens a lot, Pleiades. There was also, I mean, well, here's the thing. So there's actually a really fantastic documentary on Hulu about a sketch show.
Oh, was it the Dana Carvey show?
Yes! Well, part of their thing was that they were just constantly, essentially, you know, it's not that they were actually wanting to get canceled, but if they weren't pushing the bounds enough that they should get canceled, then they didn't feel like they were doing enough.
I mean, it's like, yo, shout out to a show that will never be able to exist ever again. What we got was great. I would never, and this is a perfect example of a show that I would never want to come back, because it is a moment in time. We don't need a reboot. We don't need a revival. It's fine. It existed when it did. Also, it could never fucking exist again, period. Like,
Lady Farts?
Lady Parts, yep. Mm-hmm.
Lady Parts. Is that better or worse?
Homeboy doing the AMA.
Oh, damn.
Straight up.
Whoa.
There.
Drink.
Is that Hitler?
No. That's Charlie Chaplin. You know how hot dogs are made in a hot dog factory? Raining meat, just like my nightmares.
What?
I heavily suggest anybody, if you have a hankering for like weird, fucked up ass humor, seek this show out. It is right up your alley. Also, hopefully, it never fucking comes back. It is fine where it is. We don't need more. It's perfect. That's it.
Oh.
Record time.
That was, what did you say, Adulgus? Drink all your drink. We forgot drinks like for the last part.
All right.
Wait, would you say Adulgus? What's your name? Calagus?
Hunka Dunka Badunkas.
Hunka Dunka Badunkas?
Wait.
With all the butts that we've been talking about?
Hunka Dunka Badunkas.
Yo, shout outs to Kanye for getting out of the sunken place.
Shout outs to the number snacks on Twitter and also YouTube for making absolutely the best fan animations I've ever seen in my fucking life. And they just put out a one today that's Coco and Toa. Is that right? Shit. Whatever. And it's Coco trying to teach her to say honka donka badonkas.
Wait, number snacks?
The number 2 snacks.
Oh, 2 snacks. Okay.
Yeah, just 2 snacks.
Yo, I thought that you were talking about snacks.
I thought so too.
I thought snacks exactly like that too.
I mean, it goes without saying that Timer-chan won the popular vote because of the boobs. I'm not gonna lie, I was the only one who voted for myself, and if I would have remembered about the boobs, I would have voted for Callie too.
That's literally the human centipede.
Hunka donka badonkas.
Are you having fun there, Callie?
Who isn't? That's the point.
Badonkas.
Why would you be here if you're not having fun?
What do I need to pick up?
No, hold on. I gotta say this. Oh fuck.
Are you happy? Are you okay there, Callie?
How many times must I tell you that I've never been okay in my life?
Exactly.
Callie's always going through a crisis.
I was born in a crisis, and I'll die in a crisis.
You just learn how to deal with this.
Stop doing
They're dead and alive.
If you have seen the video, you would understand why I just keep repeating
I'm gonna
it.
hold up a Shasta Cola because this was a joke that from the last.
This
CTL.
motherfucker actually has actual Shasta. This is the real Philip J. Fry over here.
I actually legitimately like Shasta. They don't have it as a slogan anymore, but their old slogan used to be "It has to be Shasta." Don't ask me why somebody decided to stop. What do you think?
Here's the question:
Vamp.
Vampires?
Vamp. Do you not know the word vamp? Am I crazy?
What is vamp? I don't understand.
As in, like, talk.
Talk? Oh, okay.
What?
Okay. No, hold on. Here's my fucking. Listen, fucking XQC or whatever the fuck his name was, like, saying, like, oh, hey, gambling streams are the same as streams where people are drinking on stream. No, absolutely fucking not. Not when you're getting paid by these motherfuckers. Fuck off.
Everyone post the thumbnail Hunka-Dunka Badunkas or whatever you're saying.
Hunka-Dunka Badunkas.
Hunka-Dunka Badunkas.
Hunka-Dunka Badunkas.
Just keep saying Hunka-Dunka Badunkas.
Hunka-Dunka Badunkas.
Hunka-Dunka Badunkas. Are you eating whose ass?
No.
1 second.
Who is the homie?
Who is the homie whose ass you eat?
Who is? Listen, y'all don't understand. In those storybooks,
wait, keep
the rock Pooh's sitting on.
No, I have a better pose for you, Manuel. Just wait.
Okay, we're waiting for Callie. Never mind. This was in my ice chest. It was kind of watery in there. This is like water running down my hand now because I've been holding this for a while. But I used to like the old Shasta logo because the old Shasta logo had a mountain, but I assume with the Shasta mountains. I don't know. Fun fact. I don't know if you guys know this, but I actually
that's not fun at all.
But I think Shasta predates both Coke and Pepsi.
Yo, who drank RC Cola and is still drinking RC Cola?
I actually love RC Cola. No, I love RC Cola. It's actually
it's not bad. I just don't know anybody who's drinking it still.
Shasta began in 1889. It predates both Coke and Pepsi.
Back in 1889, I could kick your ass. I did the Foxtrot and the something before. It got banned.
Hunka-Dunka Badunkas. What is
Hunka-Dunka Badunkas?
Why is Timer-chan just a green boy?
1 second.
She's vomiting everywhere. Oh, sorry, Kamali. By the way, it's funny because Jordan last night, one of the pictures he drew, like the main picture he drew, which came out really good, was it was inspired by Two Girls One Cup, but it's like one girl vomiting into the mouth of the other. You can look at
there's
it.
No vomit. It just kind of looks like
it's supposed to be vomit, but it looks like they're just like kind of spitting in the other's mouth or
man,
like
it just looks
mouth.
like some mysterious girlfriend.
Oh, there we go.
Here, Manuel, we're supposed to all look at it like.
Oh, like yeah. Okay, let's do like that.
It's Timer-chan.
Okay, let's do it. Okay, I'm looking the right way. Okay, hold it. What are we doing?
This is gonna get so many clicks.
Are we done?
Okay, yeah, we're done.
Hunka-Dunka Badunkas.
Molly's the one who doesn't care about the boobs. Molly, be surprised with the boobs. Hunka-Dunka Badunkas.
Hunka-Dunka Badunkas.
Okay.
The Badonkers.
Like I said, it goes without saying that Callie won the popular vote. Like I said, I fucked up and didn't vote for her. I forgot that hers was boobs until I voted for myself. Like, oh, fuck.
Who the fuck votes?
What's popular vote? Exactly.
Fraud.
I don't believe in democracy.
I don't either.
Fuck that shit.
Yeah, that's why we should all follow the rule of our daddy she, and we can all just become part of the CC.
The only law I know is
Manuel. I am. I'm the ultimate person who is following him.
Oh fuck you, son of a bitch! You're gonna get us banned.
He's right here.
The boobs won't get us banned, but Pooh will.
I know.
Yeah. Yo, listen, Daddy She is right here protecting us.
I knew you were gonna say it again. I was trying to cut you off before you got to there. Anyways, Tuesday's DTL. Tuesday's UPC. I forgot what we're gonna talk about. We're going towards the Friday 13th episode.
Motherfuckers are like scalping the Steam Deck, not the Stream Deck, right now.
I actually thought it was literally called the Stream Deck for almost a week.
I did too. I keep getting confused.
The Steam Deck? If you're talking about the Steam Deck, I think that's bullshit because
it's getting scalped right now.
No, everyone keeps saying it's like the Switch killer, and I'm like, it's not gonna be the Switch killer. They literally exist in two different media. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying it's gonna suck.
It's not the same audience.
Yeah,
I'm not buying the Steam Deck because I have a Switch.
What I do think is weird about the Steam Deck. What I do think is weird about the Steam Deck is that the $400 model is like kind of dirt. And like nothing really looks good until you get like the $650 model, which at that point, I am repeating what I said on the UPZ, I know, but at that point, why aren't you just gonna like just buy a laptop or something? Like,
I mean,
why,
at that
point,
okay, that's different though. I want to play it in bed. A laptop's gonna burn me.
At that point, if you have that much money, honestly, like you're just like playing a fucking PC, and you will find some way to like have like a Bluetooth controller, and then just fucking play from your monitor in bed. Like
I don't know how to set up that's possible though.
Well, I personally, I don't know if you have like I used to use it. I don't use it much anymore because now I have like I watch things on my Kindle and I just move it because I have a scissor arm in my bed. But I used to have like those breakfast in bed type thingies. I used to have one of those that's specifically for like a work desk because there's like little thingies for like pencils and shit. And I would play games on that if I was still playing games on my laptop. But I don't know. I just think the Steam Deck is a very odd thing. I'm surprised it's doing so well. Because like there've been other things like this that have just not taken off. I don't know.
I know exactly what to fucking search for in this one Discord to find this janky ass.
Hey, so what's going on with A2J this week?
Yeah, so Tuesday's UPC.
There's a pod.
I forget what we're talking about. I might not have decided yet. I forget. It doesn't matter. Tune into that though. It's gonna be cool. Wednesday there's still no gaming stream, so sorry about that. Thursday there's nothing. Friday is Drink Talk Roll. Pleiades. Hopefully we're all set up. We're gonna play some D&D on Friday.
Wow, son.
And then Saturday's this again DTL. It'll be the four of us. The five of us minus Molly. So four of us. I might ask someone else to be on who I've been talking about being on for a while, so we'll see how that works. If not, the four of us will be fine, I'm sure. We made good time today if we just keep this up. Even with Pleiades fucking up, we still made good time, so yeah. And that's it. That's it. But honka donka badonka.
Honka donka badonkas.
And apparently Molly, Callie, and Pleiades all have acid.
Honka donka badonkas.
Why are we Drink Talk Wagon? That's what we'll
Drink Talk Wagon. Wait, who was the one who had the fuck up an ass? Oh, it was Pleiades' girlfriend. Pleiades' girlfriend has
listen, my hips are good. My girls hips fucking like otherworldly.
So yeah, apparently,
shouts to her.
This honka donka
badonkas.
And that's a lovely note. And titties, and we'll wrap it up there. I think that's everything. Anything else, or are we good?
Shoutouts to armpits. Shoutouts to thigh gap. Shoutouts to collarbone. Shoutouts to my Uncle Charlotte for getting his comedy talk show on Comedy Central. Yo, my man. I love all y'all. Also, I have nothing else to say to this. I am just babbling at this point.
Girlfriend who lives in Canada. How's that song go, Molly? Maybe you remember it.
Blame Canada.
Blame Canada.
My girlfriend who
lives
in Canada.
Yeah. She's something. Can't wait to meet her. Something. All those.
It's one of those songs. Lives in Canada. Last week she was here, but she had the flu. Too bad. I don't remember the rest.